The thoughts, views, and opinions expressed by this podcast, as well as its hosts, are for entertainment purposes only. I repeat, it is not serious. It is not real. No one is exposing, revealing, indicting, or telling you anything about themselves. Also, we do not encourage you to try this at home. We are trained professionals who do not have your best interests at heart, or our own. Enjoy the show.
Microphone check, 1, 2, what is this? The JBB back to business. I guess right now we should start the show.
Celebrating.
That's where you fucked up at.
Not going out, no party, no invite.
Patronis.
Hey, Patronis, fuck this nigga's birthday.
Damn.
Yeah, y'all niggas be trying to pull on the tug on the heartstrings. I saw the last episode where Mark was like, yo, are we all friends? Is everyone friends? No!
I was devastated.
No! Nobody's friends.
That's what I found out.
Hell no, it's over for
Nah,
that.
it's over. When I said it, when I said it, I was being emotional, but it's the truth.
It's
we
not
ain't
being
friends.
friends at the 5 milli mark.
Oh shit! Funny niggas are associates now, right?
No, I'm joking. Kinda.
A little bit.
I'm kinda joking.
No, a little bit.
These are my friends, right? Most of them. These are my friends, most of them. However, work comes first.
Yeah.
Friendship is right under work.
I have that same problem. I didn't realize that about myself because I don't really differentiate. Like, it's work and I invite my friends to work, but it is work for me.
Yeah.
And then
That's how Joe started.
Huh? Oh, that's how you started?
Work comes first.
Yeah, work comes first, and I didn't realize, like, it's not always like that. You know what I'm saying? It gets mixed up, and I don't mean it like that. Because I work with talented people and I want, it feels like friendship. You know what I'm saying?
That's the trick.
That's the
When it feel like friendship,
bro, it feels like friendship. I don't know if I even know the difference.
Hey, let's go have a drink. Fuck that friendship shit. Mark asked and the room kind of like, whoa.
Right.
I was in church like, no. Fuck everybody. Yo, I'm being rude. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a very, 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 very special guest here. Make some noise. KevOnStage.
Thank y'all, man.
Kev, welcome, man.
I appreciate you for answering a shot in the dark DM. I hit Joe. He said, "Yeah." I said, God is good. God's amazing."
Yo, you gotta understand, he doesn't do that a lot.
word.
I thank you.
Like 1,000 people probably do that, and you might get like 2 yeses.
You can
But
thank
I
Kevin.
follow Kev.
I know, but I'm just saying,
It's people that follow you, but you follow a lot of people. There's people that got
still
your
don't
phone
bring up
number
here. That won't come up here.
Get up here, nigga.
I follow Kev, and Kev is about good black shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
then
really
there you
is. So when I'm not like evil or whatever the public thinks about me, I'm with good black shit.
Yeah.
He trying to lean on his FBA shit now. You trying to get?
I'm
I
on
see
good
it.
black shit.
I see it.
And I'm highlighting black shit. Kev is married.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kev is from
Happily.
the church.
A good church.
Good church.
Yeah.
Good wife.
Now,
Kids at home.
I do have a beef with you.
Oh, let's hear it.
Because I invite people up here when there's beef too. You said, Kev, and this hurt my heart.
Okay.
You said, and you sent about 3 shots this way. But the first one was, yeah, man, I see some idiot saying something on Twitter. I'm paraphrasing. I see some idiot saying something on Twitter, and he says such and such. And I'm thinking, listen, if you don't like KevOnStage, then that must mean you watch the Joe Budden podcast. And I didn't even hear the second thing. But I was like, why would you say that?
You right, Joe. That's my bad.
That's so unfair. I think we get a bad rep.
What made him say that? What made you say that?
So I get pulled and dragged on Twitter probably about every 6 months. It's like after a while, people just like, what's this nigga Kev, man? Like, why y'all really like him and stuff? And I notice a lot of times when I go to that person's profile, I follow down his battle rap, his Joe Budden podcast clips. Like the profiles are very similar. So it was research. It wasn't just out there like, they be arguing and stuff. And so that was my data-driven thing. I was just like, bro, I'm just like a...
Fuck your data, man.
Yeah. The data be wrong sometimes.
It be wrong. So what happened was when I said that, in my own Patreon, my people were like, nigga, I watched Joe Budden podcast. Like, what's up with that? I was like, ain't nobody told me nothing. Ain't nobody told me nothing. So that's all. I had looked at them Twitter profiles, and it was a common denominator at times, not every time. So that's all I meant to the fellas. There's a lot of eyes looking at me at the same time.
You cleaned it up well.
I feel it. You know what I'm saying? Warranted. So I found out in the moment that that's not necessarily true. And also, people are not one thing. Nobody's just one thing. I found this, a lot of pastors follow me and they'll be like, yo, I love you on Roast Me. And I'll be like, what? Roast Me? And they'll be like, that's a very, cuss first, we talking crazy to each other. But they're like, I can't publicly talk about it, but like y'all be cracking me up. So I realized we are not all one thing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
we're
my
not a monolith.
apologies, Joe,
It's all right.
into the crew.
I accept your apology.
And I'm gonna tell you another thing. This is something I learned about myself, and this is also part of it. I don't even see myself as like someone like you would see that. So I think for me, it's like there's celebrities, and then there's like people like me, and you don't realize how far your voice carries at times. Yeah. You don't realize like celebrities are just people who are. Everybody wants to cool off on the gram when they're in the car, on the toilet. Everybody's watching something, but I still I don't see myself like that, so I don't realize how far stuff that I say will ever go.
Hey, Kev, I see you're a hand talker. Maybe move the mic a little closer to you.
Oh, my bad. I'm a big hand talker.
Yeah, I see that.
I'm a big
that's cool.
enunciator. But that's a big thing that I'm working through. My wife has been on me about that. She was like, Kev, for years, she was like, you got to stop talking like you ain't. Yeah. You don't have millions of followers.
Stop doubting your reach.
Yes.
Yeah, this stuff is going farther than you think. Just because people don't hear it, like say something to you, doesn't mean they haven't heard it. But I got to butt my head a few times to learn my lesson. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's a lesson that I'm still learning. And especially on the podcast, like me and Angel on the podcast, and there's been a couple of times we just riffing, and that they have pulled those clips and put them in documentaries. Yeah. And we found out like we were saying something about Lizzo one time, and we were just reading the tweets about what people said. And they chopped out a piece, and it was like, it made it seem like I was saying, here's what I don't like about Lizzo. Yeah. And when actually I said, here's what I like about Lizzo, but here's what the internet is saying about her. And I was like, oh, dang, y'all don't cut the middle part out. And then they made it look like she was listening to the podcast. And I was like, this is terrible. And they ain't asked no opinion for like, hey, this public, they just threw this up. And I found out on HBO, like, nigga, why you say this about Lizzo? I was like, that ain't what I said. That's gotta be terrible
for your brand because you're so supportive of all black spaces. Yes. Women and just marriage and church and like it's positive shit.
Positive stuff, yeah. So it was damaging. People, it was incongruent. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want, the thing also I've learned, the clip is it. Like people aren't going to the full
episode, nothing.
No.
The clip is the whole thing. It doesn't matter how it's framed or what the context is. The clip is
the clip is the context now.
The clip is the context, and people are not. Like, we watch the whole interview. I'm not.
No,
I'm not looking for it. I saw it on Twitter, and they'll take whoever posted it, whatever framing they say is their first.
Whatever they quote with it.
Whatever they quote with it. You don't even listen. Your mind's already like, oh, this is how I feel about it, and it's rare that people even go listen for themselves and determine their own.
I go through that all the time.
Thing. Yeah. So all this stuff is happening in real time, but the biggest thing is I'm not aware of my voice. I'm becoming more aware of my voice. That was just the first shot. There was more?
There was more.
Oh, dang.
There was more. I bookmarked them. I defined them. But I don't know how important it is. And I don't think they're important. But for the people watching that may be unfamiliar with you, I see you and Mark knew each other. But
I did Mark's show.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Which one? He got a lot of shows.
Was it Griot?
It was the Griot. Yep. Yeah, it was the Griot.
Yeah.
Mark gonna keep a check.
Look, that boy right there, he don't play.
He got to. You get fired a lot, you get a lot of jobs. And Joe keeps us on week-to-week contracts. So
I was curious about that.
It was week to week.
When I saw that thing, when that leaked and then the stuff came out, I was like, my heart started pounding because I'm like, how do you navigate that?
Oh, I got him locked in.
Locked in?
Yeah, there ain't nothing to talk about.
Okay, good.
It's week to week, but he got options every week.
He waited till he locked niggas in to do that.
Yeah, right.
It's nasty.
You gotta have everybody under contract.
He did that, but we discussed things at our latest union meeting. So
it's coming. Things coming together.
Yeah, now we got some things in the pipeline.
Union meeting.
Oh yeah.
Local 542.
Yeah.
What's some Teamsters?
Yeah. See, I would have thought that you would even have seen that leak. Everybody has come up here since that leak has seen it.
What I told you.
Yeah, I seen it.
Yeah, because I have employees and stuff, and I'm like, man, I don't know how you could explain that, like what it is, because they go more places than just y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Don't
like,
want to hear that shit.
Hey, yo,
That's what I'm saying. Niggas ain't trying to hear none of that, bro.
expenses.
don't piss us off again.
I'm not trying
Overhead.
to.
It should be inspiring.
No, it is.
Oh no, it is. It
Inspiring to
inspired.
whip
It
your
inspired the
ass.
union.
And I gotta
inspired
say,
a lot.
before we move too far, we, as a podcaster, you have been like your deals, even back before 2013, 2014, when I worked at All Dev, we had meetings be like, here's what we trying to get, man. Joe Budden has this.
I was supposed to come over there.
Yeah, it was
a thing.
There was a thing. When it was over, it was
then it was
brother, it was gone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then when the stuff came out, we was like,
On Death is where I was supposed to get my big deal.
bro, they had the horses ready. We was like, if we get Joe,
Fucking
it's
Russell.
gonna change the music. It's gonna change the content. You know what I'm saying? And then when it happened, it was just like there wasn't no other deal.
Yeah, I know.
Like when it happened, it was just like, all right, nigga, well, what y'all gonna put up today? You know what I'm saying? So, but then in Forbes, it's like, bro, this is, even as a podcast, just like, bro, this media is changing underneath our feet. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about how like late night is dying. No
That's sad.
disrespect.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
that's
like
sad.
Colbert getting canceled is one thing.
To
But that
totally
slot
remove
being
it.
removed
Yeah.
after they just removed the slot after that, they're just saying we're not doing that.
That's
They were
the
cool
tell.
on it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the removal of the slot more than the cancel. They just said, okay, he's gone, but the next person's in.
There's no replacement. Yeah, it's
Right.
it's
That's
nothing.
always happening.
Bro, they're pulling that money off the books.
Right.
And they're just saying,
Do you think Jon Stewart stays? Because
no.
that's a CBS too, right?
Yeah, I don't-
Paramount. It's not CBS. It's Comedy
the
Central.
same
it's
company, same
umbrella.
parent company.
I think after this, because most of those dudes are older, further in their career. I think the removal of the slot from Colbert, who was the leader of the ratings, the networks take tells from other people. So I wouldn't be surprised if, like, when that contract ends, they pull them off and redistribute that somewhere else. Because I think the viewers are not growing up like that anymore. Like when I was a kid, we grew up Arsenio, even Carson, Leno, Letterman, right? Now digital media has taken those same things. Letterman's big thing was 10 things. That's just a listicle on YouTube, right? Digital basically,
That's a thread. Yeah.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
a thread,
Yeah.
right? All that stuff that Fallon and them do, that exists on BuzzFeed and Wired and all that. And then the because it's digital, your Center's Cast is going through BuzzFeed, Complex, GQ, Wired, Hot Ones, all that stuff. That's their marketing plan. They don't have to go on late night as much. And if the celebrities don't have to go there, the viewer doesn't have to watch it. And the worst part is you watching their show on your phone.
Yeah.
You're watching the clips on your phone. Jennifer Hudson's show, most people watch that hallway.
That's
thing.
it.
I've
That's
never
all I've ever
seen
seen.
anything
Yeah.
else on her show but
I've literally
the
never
hallway.
watched an
seen it on
episode.
TV. That's
People
the
are
whole way.
watching
I
those
don't even know what
clips.
channel it come on.
Yeah.
And fill that hallway up for some of our black favorites.
It'd be a little light.
Yeah.
It'd be a little light.
Usher level hallway support for everybody who comes out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think it's just interesting to be a part of digital media as it changes. And I'm happy to be, doing my thing. But you also are like, dang, this is what you could get to. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got food and stuff. People coming to work. You know what I'm saying? 2 days a week.
We order our own food.
Yeah. Oh, y'all already on?
During our 8-minute lunch break,
Yeah.
You don't get per diem.
No, we don't get any of that.
You didn't order the food, Joe?
Nigga, if you listen to these niggas, I'm not paying these dudes.
It's hard up here, man.
He's not paying us nothing,
I mean,
actually.
technically, I guess in my regular job, I bought my own lunch. You know what
But you
I'm
get a
saying?
lunch break.
I got lunch break.
Yeah.
Designated.
No,
too.
What is we fighting for?
We eat lunch in like cycles. Like,
Yeah.
yo, are you talking? Let me go get a couple
One on
bites
one.
real quick.
When the camera cuts away,
I'm shocked y'all need to eat as much as you do. See? But take your water, get it done. Last thing on Colbert, do you believe that the show was losing, what did they say, $40 to $60 million?
I believe that the network will tell you whatever they want you to
Facts.
believe.
For a real reason to get rid of it.
Ain't no
Yeah, to
way
justify it.
that show all of a sudden was losing $50 million. But with creative Hollywood accounting, you could make something look like it's lost. They probably charged everything in the world to that show.
same shit NBA owners do. They all act like they're taking a huge loss to
1000%.
justify doing shit.
That's why I was talking about the WNBA. Like, you think owners, of course, want to write off a loss.
Yep.
Losses are tax liability. It's you only want to write off something if you can. If you're making so much revenue, then you're like, well, now I need the gains. But Hollywood accounting, man, they rent their equipment, their lot from their companies, and they'll make as little amount of money on the movie as possible while paying all the other subsidiaries. So technically, that's why Hollywood movies got to make $200 million. You got to make 450, 500 to make money. They made money the whole time.
Yep.
They made money the whole time. You think Warner Brothers wasted $90 million on Batgirl and didn't make no money? Just wrote off 90? No. Warner Brothers made money. They rented costumes from themselves. They're renting their own makeup, all that stuff. Like,
all that.
That thing might have lost money. But like, did you hear the Red Lobster dude? He said why they stopped In the Shrimp?
No.
The previous owner of In the Shrimp, he owned the shrimp supply. So he was buying the shrimp from himself and selling it to Red Lobster, operating Red Lobster at a $20 million loss. But his shrimp company going crazy. Shrimp company going wild. So he's like, I don't care if Red Lobster lose $20 million. If I'm $20 million to the positive, like nobody knew that until that dude said that. So it's like you operating that company at a loss on purpose, but nobody's gonna lose money on purpose year after year after year after year. You'll shut down.
Right.
Yeah. At $20 million, $50 million a year, ain't no way. Them big conglomerates, ain't no way they losing that kind of money on Colbert. Now I believe his show is expensive.
And then they always leave it to a brother to fix it. Now the brother got to come in and bring the
Yeah,
seafood.
we got crab boils and stuff.
He cooking it already.
$5 drinks. Nah, he doing all right. It's up. It's up. It's up.
Yeah, I've been following.
I might even go to Red Lobster.
Change the flavors. He put a little hot mild on it.
Yeah.
You went ahead. You eat there?
No.
Okay, me and Ian went there. That shit was delicious.
Yeah.
The crab boil.
I bet.
No, I'll go get the cheddar bays and
The biscuits are still popping. Yeah, we there. But
Red Lobster always good in my book.
Yeah, always.
Yeah.
You talk about movies. You got a project?
Yeah, I got Churchy is on BET coming out August 21st. All episodes are going to be streaming on the 21st, so get BET Plus. It's basically my life in show form. I'm a church kid. Grew up in church. You play the drums in church, play the bass in church, play the keyboard in church, whatever the church needed.
You got the church drummer look.
Bro.
Yo, he do. Everything about him says church drummer.
He don't me. He go crazy.
Right.
He trying to get his off. Don't let him get a solo.
Yo, you got that look about him.
Them gigs play bad, right?
Well, back in the day, you didn't even get paid. When I was growing up, like, you did this for God.
What about to say?
What is you talking about?
Wow.
Money? Are you crazy? This is for God.
That's worldly. Man.
That's why
Doing it
people
for
left
the
the
Lord.
church to go to R&B. Like, that's how you got paid.
Right.
But as I got older, became $50. Now if you're on staff at a big church, bro, it's $80 grand, $100 grand for certain people, worship leaders. It's really lucrative, and I was never that good. I appreciate you for believing in me. I was just keep the service going type of drummer. You know
What about bass though?
Keep the service
bass? I was
going.
the best.
Okay.
But I was not good. That was just my best instrument. Like I realized playing.
You
the
got bass vibes.
big bass vibe.
That makes
I can
sense.
Make the face.
Yeah.
That makes sense because I got
Tall, you know what I mean?
I got familiar with you through critiquing a lot of singers, so that makes sense to why you were that equipped to do that type of
Yeah, I love music, love musicians, and that's a big part of the church, obviously. So yeah, that's something I love, and that's when I knew I wasn't gonna be like a musician. Like to me, if you can't, and this is not a good trait, but it is how I am. If you're not gonna operate at the best, then for me it's pointless.
Nah,
like if
I
I'm
feel
not
that.
the best bassist, if I'm not that nigga on bass, and I remember that's why I stopped. I was this old dude. His name was Brother Hall. He was playing the bass. He was showing me something, and he was just going crazy. And I was like, "How you do that?" And he got frustrated. He was like, "Man, I don't know, man. I just played, man. I can't think about everything I do." And I was like, "Oh, bro, I can never operate. If I'm not doing that, then I'm just,
fuck that.
I'm not doing it." I was a youth pastor for years and stuff, and that's when I started working in the church, and that's when I really learned way more than I ever knew as an attendee.
How old were you? What year is this when you were the youth pastor?
I was a youth pastor from probably 25, 26 to 29 when I moved to LA.
I still don't know what year that is.
Oh, that was like 2008 to roughly 2012.
Got it.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Oh,
So
that's when the new kids came out.
Yeah, my kids were jerking. That was a big thing. We took to LA. They wanted to go get velados. They want to get jerking shoes, meet up with jerking crews. That was like the best thing in the world was jerking. They was like,
I forgot that's an LA.
We're immature here, so
They're gonna clip it.
I'm not aware of pause. I just be
Yeah,
talking.
I know.
I saw the eyes and I was like, did I say
oh
something?
yeah, you like especially in the church context.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mark Lamont.
Yo, Mark, what the fuck, man? What? Grew up in the cult. Shit was different.
Excuse me.
Right. Excuse
No, they were dead ass about the jerking shit.
It's just the way you said it.
You said you grew up in a cult?
Another story for for another time.
Yes.
You mentioned but yes.
That was very casual, and the responses didn't.
Yeah,
warrant
I mean, we
because
used to
they're
monsters. We used to sit
Thank
with
you.
him.
We
Their
learned that.
responses didn't seem
A
connected to
popular
what you
cult,
thought
too.
you
Not
heard.
no, like, not
Yeah,
the
one of
bullshit
them.
cult.
Yeah,
Like
he
one of them
was-
cults.
he
One of
was
the
from
No, he
cults.
fucked us up when he first told us.
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
Now we're kind of.
No, they were still laughing the first time though, just for clarity. But back to you. You talked about the brother with the bass,
Yeah,
and you're not that. In what areas are you, Brother Hall? Like what? Because you do so many things.
that's a good question. I think my brother Hall is marketing.
interesting.
I think I'm a better marketer than I am anything else. Marketer, businessman, probably 1, 2. Comedy-wise, I could name 10, 15 niggas, men and women, funnier than me. But not many that I can name that are like,
market you,
who could like build what I built, do what I've done, or work harder, work as hard as I work.
That's key.
But I think marketing-wise, that's my big differentiator. I can see, and I believe it's God, I ain't gonna hold you. Ideas just pop into my head about how to market stuff, how to get things out that's different than everybody else.
So give us some game on that, because there are people who know, they see you on TikTok, they see you on Instagram, they see your clips, but they don't actually understand the angle that you take or your approach.
So for like the Ball Brothers tour.
We're gonna do that. Just
Okay, my bad.
What? Oh, the mic?
Am I messing up?
yeah,
Nah, it's
you got to jerk it this way.
Yo, what the hell, nigga?
You are
You some freaky shit. What's up with you, Mark?
You want to take it from the question or the response?
the response.
We down. I said it was off air.
Damn what, nigga? Don't touch me.
We're still rolling too.
Okay.
This is awkward.
So for like, me and Tony are doing the Ball Brothers tour this fall, right? And
He just not gonna stop.
I ain't gonna lie.
We're doing the ball.
now
brothers
you
tour.
just
Can't say the jerk.
Balls.
That
Jerk
Ball
and
Brothers.
Oh, ball.
Oh, God.
Oh, I can still be taken away, but
Y'all
still
know-
go away.
Y'all not listening. Y'all listen from the
Listen,
pause.
man.
Y'all just listen
Y'all
from the
listening
listen.
to respond.
That's the country
If y'all
accent.
just listen for the
Put
listen.
put the D on the word. Paul.
Well, I didn't say
Put the
ball.
See?
Oh, y'all doing good.
Okay, and shout out to Tony.
Shout out to Tony Baker, my guy.
Oh, Tony.
Who's one of the comedians I think is funnier than me, but it's a pleasure to stand next to him. But to market that, we could easily put a flyer up. Instagram is not going to show that to anybody. Like, the flyers are literally dead.
Yeah, they buried them shit.
It's disrespectful. They do not care what you're talking about.
At all.
You can do a video saying, yo, we going on tour, blah, blah, blah.
Nope.
Doing nothing. So we got my homegirl Angel, who's probably one of the most talented people I've ever met in the world. Her husband Marcus, me and Tony, and we did a scene from Sinners and reworked it to make it seem like we was planning the tour. Come inside, blah, blah, blah. What you looking for? When he handed him the money, I'm handing him the tour dates. So I got blood all over me. I got a vest. Angel's amazing actress. She's killing Annie's role. So that thing did like 1.2 million views because people are watching a Sinners parody that is baked into a tour promo.
Yes.
Whereas I would just say, hey, come to our tour. That's not
Ain't
going to do
enough. Yeah,
anything. So when I was doing Keep Your Distance way back in 2020, 2021, we parodied all these black movies. Like, that's how we got people going. And at that time, I'm still a clean comedian, but my church audience, I had to let them know that the comedians are going to be cussing. Because I hadn't put people on that cuss before because we always worked in the church. But I was like, I didn't want comedians to have to adhere to how I did my thing for them to do their thing. Like, I want you to have your best shot.
Yeah.
So we did like a BET promo, like, we bleeped out the words how BET used to be like, mother, Mickey Mouse, like that type of stuff.
Mickey Ficky.
Yeah. So we did an ad like that so people would know, hey, it's not going to be like that. So if you don't want to watch, do that. So I think over the years, me and Angel did a BB and CC parody that was done really
love
well.
that.
Yeah.
I love that.
So like people are, and they don't always do the thing, right? They don't always buy the ticket or go to the show. But awareness wise, you at least know what I'm trying to do. And I think that's the hardest part of social media. Like, the reason those ads don't work is because if it's not even their city, the algorithm is like, get it out of here. Back in the day when it was Facebook and all your friends lived in your city, when I was in Tacoma, I could post a flyer. Because everybody who followed me lived in Tacoma. It applies to everyone.
It's only probably been the last 5 years where
years.
they really started making it like
Changed that, yeah.
And it's been getting worse and worse.
For
and
sure.
the truth
Yeah,
is, they want you to
Pay.
Yeah, that's it. That's
like,
all it
if
is.
you don't, because when I buy ads, they're
They
wildly
work.
effective.
Yeah, yeah.
Like when I buy it in Target, like when I'm going to New York or Houston or whatever, like they steal that data. You play the game they want to play.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's wildly impactful.
And it
now
don't be
Flyer
that
going
expensive.
crazy.
It don't be that
It
expensive.
doesn't.
but
It's
yeah.
not expensive at all. Like overall per day, $1 or $5 really has impact.
For sure.
But if you don't want to do that, they're like, then we're not showing it to you. Period. You know what I'm saying? So I think understanding how that works is
I be
how.
standing on principle with them Instagram niggas. They be like, "Do you want to boost? Do you want to boost this? No, I do, but fuck y'all."
Right. You gotta
But you're
target
right.
it. You have if you don't use
Facebook
targeted
is effective with it. Facebook is the best.
Listen,
Facebook, I love Facebook.
Facebook and Instagram is one platform as far as ads go. You know what I'm saying? So if you buy it on Facebook, they'll show it to people's Instagram and stuff. And I'm telling you, when they steal that data, they stole it for a reason.
Oh yeah.
Like they know where you are. Like you'll get an ad when you're in a city that you don't even live in for a show tonight. You know what I'm saying? They're not supposed to be able to know how to do that, but they do.
They do.
They absolutely do because they want you to pay, and that's that's how they make their money.
For sure.
So understanding how that works and stuff like that is probably my brother Hall. You know what I'm saying?
In doing that, what do you learn about audiences? Like who are audiences?
Man, I think the first thing you need to know who your audience is. My audience is 70-30 black women, 25 to 44, which to me is the best audience to have because
They're loyal.
Black women, they're loyal. Even as a comedian, you look out in the crowd, women will pull up 6 deep. They won't think about it. 6 men are not. Imagine y'all be like, nigga, we going to the club together as boys.
We're not even friends.
Yeah, we ain't. I don't even get in the elevator with them.
Not me neither.
Girls will go by themselves. They'll also go with their man, and they also come alone. Men will usually only come with their partner. They rarely go. A table of 8 men, you never.
You're
see
not
that.
seeing it.
You
You're not
never
gonna
see that at a comedy show. So that's really. I mean, I didn't really seek out the audience. It found me. And I think that's part of the marriage part and stuff like that. You know, and the church part, people and the content. You know what I'm saying? But if I were to choose an audience, that's who I would have chose. And then you just drill down to the city, and likes and stuff like that. So I think
you said you usually do like a clean show for yourself. Do you ever feel like that holds you back from reaching?
Kev is clean.
no, I
No, yeah.
I don't think it holds me back at all. I think whatever I'm supposed to be and get, it's because I'll be authentic. You know what I'm saying? And Sinbad's one of my icons. Most people don't even realize Sinbad's not cussing. Because he's not like corny clean. He's just not cussing. And I think there's a difference. And I say nigga, and I talk about coochie and stuff like, I just don't use cuss words because I don't really cuss like that.
Can I ask you a question about that?
What's the white
Why are you
dude-
comfortable not cursing but comfortable saying nigga?
You know what? As a church kid, I could not cuss, but I said nigga at school. Always so interesting because I didn't used to say nigga on platforms, so people think I just started saying it.
It struck me when you said it.
Yeah, I didn't say it on platforms because they would take your videos down. So it was just out of habit more than anything else. But now they're not as strict about it as they used to be. I think, I'm black. You know, we was saying nigga.
They auto-corrected too.
Yeah.
No, nigga, you mean.
You ever had a closed caption on when they say
You
it?
rethink it.
You ever had a closed caption on the show when they say it?
No.
Oh no, they throw the ER on it every time.
Yeah, they will.
Oh, so does Siri when you read it in the car.
Yeah. They would throw the
I
ER
didn't
on
know
it.
Yeah. Siri be bugging.
Mark niggas just learned you say nigga too.
Yeah, but I say nigga, right? But I can't, you know what I mean? So it's not inconsistent. Like I'm always struck by people.
Well,
do
I
that.
think cussing
And people
is
judge
also
me for it.
relative. Like in my family, saying pissed off was not a cuss word, but a lot of people feel like pissed off.
My dad, you couldn't say pissed off. Right? My dad,
My mom said pissed off, so I grew up not thinking that was a cuss word at all until I grew up. Even some kids couldn't say lie in their family.
we couldn't say lie.
My kids can't say lie now.
See what I'm?
You telling the story.
Telling the story, fibbing, or whatever. But I didn't.
That's
go.
some real. That's some real. That's some old school shit.
That's some old
Why
school.
your kids can't say lie today? I understand it from my granddaddy and them.
Well, it was disrespectful, and coming up, it was disrespectful the way it was presented to me. For kids to even be saying the word lie, you say telling a story, and I passed this shit right on.
What if someone's lying though?
What if
They're not telling the
story?
truth. You're telling a story. You're telling a story. You're not telling the truth.
What age is it okay to be like, dog?
Man, you a fucking liar.
Yeah, what age is all
You just
right?
lied.
When you ready to catch the chest shot that come with that.
Right. It don't make sense. It never made sense to me as a kid. I never got a good answer for it. So I just passed it. We just passed it down.
just
bro.
pass
That's
it
just some
down.
old
You passed it
tradition
down
shit.
too?
Yeah.
No,
That's it.
I didn't pass it down. But
Chill out, bro.
when you hear kids say that's a lie, it does make you mad as shit when your kids say that.
I got what you're saying.
Man, we couldn't say hell. Like it was,
Definitely couldn't say
Yeah,
hell.
you can't say hell no.
You
But
been
your family is church too.
Not when we were younger. My mom didn't get into the church until I was grown.
Got it.
It was just certain shit we couldn't do. Like I don't curse in front of my mom to this day.
Me either.
I'd be mad when my mother be saying she watched the pod. I'm like, oh, you heard me say certain stuff?
Wow. I have a question for you, Kev.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, I'm gonna ask it.
Yes.
So some church people now are they are, what's the word? Not sassy, but some church people hide behind the veil of the church and get their shit off. Like in the church, rest in peace to our Pastor Ron, but in the church, if you sit in the back, you'll hear how they really talking about some of the people in the church.
Yeah.
So my question to you is about Tyler Perry.
Okay.
No. What? Wait, threw me off, nigga. he gave all the context clues.
Tyler Perry recently sat down
DT.
with Kirk Franklin. He sat down with, I think Jeezy was there.
Mm-hmm.
And there was
someone else.
Dude from Big Dave's.
Yeah, and they were having a really great conversation, and in which Tyler said, hey, everybody was gushing over the Ryan Coogler deal, but been there, done that.
Yeah, I put him
did
on
that
the
20 years ago.
Yeah.
I taught him how to do it. I just did it quiet, but I mean, you got to give. And then he did the whole church thing. He does it. Tyler Perry's the best at this shit. And then he went back into the church. Now you got to give the message and share and yada. But I feel like I heard the shade.
The shade towards Ryan?
Just not toward Ryan, but just shade in the message. It was shade in that message,
it was
right?
shade?
Or it could be,
was
it could be
fucking
shade.
100%
It could be
in
shade
that
in
message.
like y'all highlighting this when I been did this and nobody highlighted it. It could just be shade there. Like, why you getting the attention for some shit that I been did?
Yeah, but he didn't need to do that.
No, he didn't need to, but that's where the shade.
He also didn't make it public. So you gave.
He did make it public.
No, he did now. Tyler made it public now when he was speaking to them about. But you didn't make it public before that, and you told Ryan behind the scenes for him to have the information doing his own. So now that he do it, why you feel like you need to get the credit for that?
Because
See, I agree with that. I agree with that.
Like you did it quietly. Continue to be quiet about it and move along.
I know that's your man, but I would like to hear.
Wait, is the question what does the church have to do with it?
No. Just
why did he do that?
Or did you hear the shade in that?
I didn't hear the shade. I think it's actually interesting. It's an interesting point of view. I didn't really hear the shade or take it as shade. Tyler is usually pretty open about, like, I made the most millionaires. I've hired the most black people. Mm-hmm. So to me, I went and got these actors who hadn't been working and put them on, like the dude from the Cosby Show when he was working at Trader Joe's. Like Tyler would go and put you in a movie right away. He's actually put some influences on as well. So to me, that was just Tyler's consistently like, here's what I've done. You know what I'm saying? The Ryan Coogler thing is interesting because, he has had those deals, but I've always heard like Tyler did those first 10 episodes of Meet the Browns and then the network bottom. Like, I've always heard it like that. I think Ryan's thing was, that's not usually done at that scale for that type of thing, right? Tyler came in independent, right? He partnered with Lionsgate. He came in, $4 million, made 40. That's always been his story. But Ryan was like traditional studio model with Fruit Val, with Black Panther, with Creed. They're not giving you no points off nothing. So then to get, first dollar gross is, you can't even lie. Like, back end participation, them studios can charge anything they want. They can charge y'all. Like, I worked at a company. You would be surprised how creative accounting can get when you don't want to pay somebody. We charging myself.
I let it go. It was right there.
Oh, man.
It was right there.
Can you say that again?
Oh my God!
Thank you for coming today, man.
Wow.
This has been
dropping knowledge, right?
But in Hollywood, bro, they charging the light bulb, the lunch, the secretary, the assistant who works, your assistant who might order lunch for the star, they now charging her whole salary for the day to the project. Like, now nothing made no money, right? But first dollar gross means the moment somebody buys a ticket to Sinners, Ryan gets a percentage of that. You cannot hide that type of money.
Yeah.
So that part of the deal, I haven't heard. I'm not saying it doesn't exist, but I haven't heard Tyler get that part of the deal. So maybe, because even Ryan was like, he was big on what Christopher Nolan's, helped him negotiate. I don't know if that was the IMAX or the deal part, but Nolan be getting those things. But again, it's not always the same for black people and white people in Hollywood, especially with back-end participation. But no, I didn't take it as shade. I was pretty consistent with what I've heard from Tyler over the years. But just specific to that deal was like, I didn't know. Maybe in part because nobody knew he did it and he brought it up. But I have heard that dialogue about people like, if you was helping and why'd you Why don't you just help
Yeah,
them?
why are we saying it now? Just,
Yeah.
just do it.
Yeah.
Church people got that righteous shade that they. It's a little
there.
bit.
Black people have that.
Yeah,
Right.
Yes.
Black people have.
It just look different in the church. though.
Yeah.
That's because you expect.
Do you think it's because people expect church people to be different?
Yes.
Then-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they say they are.
Yeah. I think that's the biggest thing. Church people are no different than any other people.
Of course.
You're right. And like and I do agree with you. Like church people can be shady. We can put on like the whole PK thing. We expect the pastor's kids to be better than our kids. Right? Your kid can have 6 kids out of wedlock, same age as the pastor's son. He kisses somebody.
But if TD Jakes' kid has
Yeah,
a baby, it's
right.
like the world's acting like the world's
The
on
world's
fire.
acting crazy, but that was not really uncommon in America nor the church.
Yeah.
But we think because TD Jakes has a daughter, his daughter should be what? Special and different and perfect. But the Bible talks about none of us are perfect. No, you know, all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. But I think as people, we put those people on pedestals and their expectation. But church people are just people, man.
So where do you fall on Hulk Hogan's death?
Ooh, I think it's a case of multiple things are true
At the
at
same
one time. It is absolutely true that Hulk Hogan changed the game of wrestling. He was the biggest superstar. He made it bigger than it ever was. Also, in the same breath, the reason wrestlers don't have unions is also because of Hulk Hogan. Before we even get to the race stuff.
Yeah.
So he made it bigger, but he also stunted the business.
He made it bigger for him.
He made it bigger for him. Bigger for everybody as a result, but he made it so that he ate more than everybody else. As a wrestler, wrestlers are on record for not liking Hulk Hogan. He didn't want to put people over for a long time. So just as a wrestler, only as a wrestler, it's murky. And then race-wise, obviously the stuff he said about black people, it's so interesting how people want, when you die, a lot of people just want you to talk about the positive part of your legacy. Your legacy is the totality of you, not just the good and not just the bad.
Because we have that talk up here a lot when people pass, right?
Yeah.
And it normally splits the room in how we feel. But this is important.
Your legacy is the totality of who you are, right? For all intents and purposes, I have, for the most part, a good rep right now, right? If I were to die right now with no smut on my name, people be like, man, Kev is a solid dude. If all of a sudden in 10 years, I start cheating people out of deals, start pushing babies down, punching dogs or something, I'm consistently doing that. People who love dogs be like, man, that dude used to punch dogs. It don't matter that he used to hire black people, like, he used to punch dogs. Like, Mike Vick, who I love, his legacy also includes the dog part. Now, black people, depending on how you feel, you may
I don't
forgive.
think that's fair.
But it's true, though.
It's true.
Yeah.
But who made it true?
But what if I'm a super dog lover?
If you're a super dog lover,
I am a super dog lover.
Right, not really like white people level super dog lover, like dogs over people kind
It's
of person.
unforgivable.
I'm
It's like
that. More. I don't know if you know that.
Oh, I
about
didn't know
me,
that. Okay,
but I am that.
Then if you stood up and said I got issue with this thing, and I'm mentioning it at the time, and said I don't think that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you have to do that. There are plenty of people that die that I don't speak of their worst moments, but I don't get mad at people who do if their legacy impacted them in that way.
So there's nothing you can do within that time to your passing to at least redeem or kind of like mend some of that over.
Well, I think you can. That's why I don't reduce people to their worst moment. Like if Hulk Hogan had one day said some racist shit, and that's all he did, I wouldn't say anything about it on his death. I probably would just mind my.
It's just continuous. It kept building.
But when you have a pattern of harm, I don't think it's wrong for the people who were harmed. That's why I used Ronald Reagan's example last week. Black people don't have to pretend Ronald Reagan wasn't a monster when he dies. I think we have every right to say something about it.
Yeah.
You know, at some point, I mean, I hate to go to the extreme example, but Hitler was a really bad dude.
Yeah.
I don't think people have to be quiet when he dies and be like, you know what, for this week we just not gonna say nothing.
Yeah. Queen of England, bro, like the English people love her.
Yeah.
But all the black English people don't feel so strong.
Exactly.
And people who live in the colonies that they were still over, who got independence from them in their lifetime, they did not feel bad when she died.
Yeah, right.
She's not a positive person to me. And I think black people, I feel like our emotions are policed more than other people.
Yes.
But Hulk Hogan didn't rock with black people ever. I've seen that he said racist stuff recent. Like he didn't, he
Like
never
last
really
week.
stopped.
Yeah,
like last week. Like he's,
Let me tell you something, brother.
Allegedly something to like a waiter called a waiter nigga or something like that. So it's like, and also I don't think he ever showed that remorse.
Right.
Like Mike Vick did. Like he did his time in prison. He did all this stuff, changed ways. But Hulk Hogan never really did that stuff. So I understand when people are like, I'm not letting him off the hook. And also it's the internet. People are more forward with what they say on the internet than they would actually be in real life. Especially if you're just tweeting it, like there's no consequences. So I think that gives us it's a misrepresentation of how people act face to face.
I think that's
you know
right.
What I'm saying? I think the internet, you get the jokes off, you don't feel bad, but you wouldn't necessarily say that in real life.
I'm seeing a lot of people say that for them, Hulk Hogan died a long time ago.
Yes.
Like the idea of Hulk Hogan was dead about 10 years ago. So I can understand why now people feel so adamant about wanting to speak so loudly about why he died 10 years ago to them.
Kazim said that thing. Cass said something similar. He said he felt the same way about Bill Cosby. Like, for a lot of us, he was perfect. The model, the Cosby Show, and a lot of people, when he passes away, it's going to be the same thing. Like, he did a lot for black people, did a lot for scholarships. I went to college because of A Different World. Just because that show existed, I was like, dang, this looks like fun. I want to go to college. That was the biggest impact on me because my family didn't go to college. Like, Hillman College made me want to go to college. But then he also was doing other stuff. At the same time, he was making A Different World.
He stole that idea too.
See what I mean? Now, that was the one good thing I still had left. I didn't even know that stuff.
I'm not saying he did. I don't know that story. I'm part of it.
Technically, he stole the idea of Different World from School Days.
I didn't even hear that.
Yeah.
Dang.
Me neither. He might just be freestyle.
No, I'm dead serious. I'm serious. No, the production, the casting, directing, everything, he stole her, brought her over because.
Okay. I get you. He was inspired by it and hired it. I guess it's a little different.
He stole.
Tomato. Inspiration, man.
The Different World School Days wasn't necessarily the same.
No.
I can see how if you see School Days and it's about to drop and do it.
Oh, like black people in college?
Yeah. You can 100% take that idea and try to run it and turn it to your own shit.
But I think if Hulk Hogan had a heart attack at 50 and died 20 years ago, the way people talk about him would be totally different.
That's literally what I said.
All that stuff started coming out as the internet.
Yeah, if the steroids had killed him in the 80s or 90s, he'd have been a whole different person.
Because all them other people who died, Macho Man, like them stories, I don't know that he did anything, but those stories.
Oh no, Macho Man was a monster too. Ask Miss Elizabeth and Lex Luger. They both used to treat Miss Elizabeth bad.
All right.
I just found The Ultimate Warrior was terrible like 2 weeks ago.
He was worse than Hulk Hogan. He was me and him used to argue. He was a diehard racist.
The Ultimate Warrior?
Yes.
I just found that out.
Which one?
He was a big Fox News watcher.
Which
he was the
Only one Ultimate Warrior.
There's only one.
There's only one.
The Ultimate Warrior used to literally call me after like Fox News Bill O'Reilly appearances and like argue with me about why black people are fucked up.
Wow.
Yeah.
The Ultimate Warrior.
The Ultimate Warrior. He was shaking the rope. Yeah, Ultimate Warrior. Body slam Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania 5. Yes.
What about Ravishing Rick Rude?
Didn't really know him, but there's that video of him pretending to eat the girl out while he's carrying her across the stage without consent.
Doink the Clown was cool.
Yes.
Is Undertaker good, man?
Undertaker's good money.
Undertaker's good money. That should be good.
Leap and Lanny Poffo, you're good.
Undertaker, he
big.
holding
I
Trump
think
down.
he's a little MAGA.
He's a little MAGA.
They're all MAGA.
We just be like, just don't say nothing.
Don't play
The WWF was racist.
Wait, we're not fucking with people because they MAGA?
Don't play with the Undertaker.
That's why I said I'm not even counting that.
Oh, okay.
Because you start counting everybody who's MAGA, and that's the whole.
I gotta get rid of some of my Puerto Rican friends. That's mad now.
And at least one cast member here who voted for Trump.
You keep saying that, and I think
because it's true.
I think you're trolling when you say that.
I think he is.
Okay.
You know, I almost thought to call you and say, "Hey, man,
Who is it?
was you trolling the
If you
other
had called me,
day?"
I'd have told you who it was.
Say word.
I'll tell you.
then I'm
Wait, you
definitely
know
calling.
for sure somebody.
They told me.
Are you joking?
They might have been lying to you though.
No. No, they weren't. I promise you they weren't.
They were
Why would somebody confide in you that works up here?
Because they know I wouldn't tell them who it was. They know my word is sacrosanct.
Okay, they're
But
on
you
the
gonna tell
cast.
me?
Well, I'm telling you.
They're on the cast or they just work up here.
They have a microphone.
Oh,
Whoa, shit.
Nah, they are fired. They're getting out of
Oh,
here.
you know that I'm not telling you.
Nah, I ain't
Now I want a union, but maybe not.
I wouldn't do that.
I
Nobody's
wouldn't
fired.
know.
Nobody's fired. And I believe that.
playing.
Anyway. I believe that. I do believe somebody.
Trying to do
voted
that.
for
I don't
Trump.
believe. I don't.
I thought you were talking about somebody.
you thought- you
I
thought
thought you were
it was
talking
good,
about someone off camera before.
You thought it was Keeb?
No.
It was Corey.
Oh yeah, actually. You think Corey can
Corey
vote?
voted?
Corey don't got to vote.
Corey can't vote.
Corey 3-time felon.
Yeah, I'm saying.
One more strike and he's out of here.
He one strike away from
I was trying to say, for the people that are unfamiliar with you watching, give me your start. What was your start? What's your big break?
Whew. You know, that's so interesting, man. I don't even know how to like encapsulate it as one moment. I've never had like the Tiffany Haddish girls trip, you're out of here. I don't have that like one thing. I've had like viral videos, but it never felt like something changed immediately. I feel like I've just been steadily, making videos. Like I did a Nehu video that went viral. What happened to Nehu? And I found all the Nehus in the 90s R&B.
Remember that?
Yeah, but that didn't I still had to go to work for 2 years after that.
When did you start seeing more people at the comedy tour?
Oh, I guess when I first went on tour for myself, I guess that's probably the moment. 2017, I was on tour with 4 other people and a promoter. This is something I talk about in my book, Successful Failure, coming out September 23rd. He made a grave mistake with me, and he didn't realize he made it. He was paying 4 of us, and we were splitting half the take 4 different ways, and he kept the other half. And all he did was rent the venue and book the flights and book the hotel, something like that. And we were doing a show in Houston, Dallas, and San Antonio. I'll never forget. And he sent us the numbers.
Oh, I was about to say the email.
He sent us the numbers of like how many tickets we were selling. And it was like, we were getting like $6,000 a show. And at that time in my life, I was like, this is crazy. Somebody's giving me $6,000 a night. Like, I started off getting $0 for years. When I was at Nate Jackson, happy. Yeah. Shout out Nate Jackson, Super Funny Comedy Club. This is no shade. I needed stage time more than money at that time. He let me do 20 minutes for 2 years. I developed the most as a comedian at the time. Never cared about money. He eventually paid me. But it was $50 to $100 to $200. For years, I made $500. So all of a sudden, I'm getting $6,000 a night. So coming home with $12,000, I'm like, this is crazy. I'm going to my wife like, man, we made $15,000 this month for 3 shows and a tour. And we were going to Houston and Dallas, which to this day are some of my biggest markets. And he was like, but San Antonio wasn't selling well. And San Antonio still never sells well. That's why I don't come here. I'm sorry, y'all. And he was like, just get San Antonio up to just Dallas and look how much y'all will make. And I saw how much the numbers were at once. It was like $40,000. And I'm like, hold on now, wait. He's keeping half of this for renting the church and giving us some chicken and buying a flight? Like, he needs us to market it, right? Without us, he can't market the show. Right. Back in the day, I get it. Like, you was getting James Brown, or not James Brown because he did it himself, but they're flying you, marketing, buying the radio, like you couldn't do it by yourself. But I'm like, he needs us to market this, to sell this out. I don't even need to sell this many tickets to make more than $6,000. If I can get the venue for $1,000 or $2,000 and I can get this whole thing.
Do it yourself, yeah.
I can do it myself, especially if you need me to market. And he needed all of us, but I'm like, I know at that time I couldn't sell what all 3 or 4 of us could sell together. Right. But I don't need to. Nope. Because I don't have to split it with y'all. You're not splitting it now. Yeah, if I can pay a flat fee and get a good deal on the churches, and I got a good relationship with the churches. I'm getting churches for $1,000 at that time. $1,000, and I sell 800 tickets, 900 tickets. Bro, I'm good. Yeah. So I did that tour, finished that out, and that was the last time I toured where somebody paid me. From that moment on, and we went from, at that time, we were selling out maybe 300 seats, and I was like, this is crazy. We're selling 300 tickets. They were selling out all over the place. Then 300 became 600, 600 became 1,000. And this last tour, we did like 3,000 in Brooklyn. We did 3,000 in London.
Oh, come on, stop playing.
Yeah, it was like
stop playing.
Crazy. Now, at the same time, I got to bear the whole weight of all those flights and hotels. And if it doesn't do well, like those are the good shows. I'm not talking about the Kansas City, 712 where I'm running discounted tickets and I don't make that. You know what I'm saying? So it ebbs and flows, but that's probably the biggest thing for me is going out on tour by myself, because that allowed me the money that I, saved to make Churchy, because the first time I made Churchy, me and my wife paid for it ourselves. And then we licensed it to BET. So that was a lot of comedy shows, a lot of Spectrum commercials, saving all that money. And I think that allowed me to get into media the way I wanted to versus having to wait for somebody else to, pick up my show and stuff like that. So I think that probably the biggest thing was that tour, 2018, the Real Comedians of Social Media.
Is that guy taping our whole show?
No, he's getting like some clips.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He was watching for 20, 30 minutes. Yeah, he's just making a vlog for my picture. No.
Hey,
turn it off, man. Just put it down. Put it down for the rest.
Now, normally when them niggas come with the side cam, they tape the whole show. It drop before we drop.
The car on the way.
Yo, what the fuck?
Niggas put the whole shit out.
I wouldn't even mess up the air schedule. That's why I always ask when y'all air. But he's just doing a vlog for my Patreon.
Speak to me about. Damn, Marcus not here on that episode. I wasn't here.
Oh, man, he left.
Y'all got. He'll be right back. He does what he wants up here.
Okay.
Mark, somehow it got to Mark talking about how important his wife is to him and like the moment they met and how he knew it was love. Y'all bodied that. When I watch your clips and your wife happens to pop in the frame, I'd be like, that's the key. That it looked like it comes off like, again, like the planner and the thinker and behind the scenes, behind every strong black man, it comes off like if there's ever a time where you hang in your head or just self-doubt or it looks like the great orator is there to just dispel. Speak to me about how important that role is and the fact that that's your wife that does it. I think it's amazing.
Bruh, thank you for noticing
Absolutely
that.
fire.
It is outside of like marketing and the other stuff I was saying about me, my biggest differentiator is her. 1000%.
Love it.
Brilliant business mind. Brilliant. And more than business, her gut, her instinct is more sure than mine. I'm so ambitious, I will like, bogart and make it. She'd be like, something's off about this. And she has never in any business dealing ever said something's off about this.
And been wrong.
And been wrong. Mm-hmm. Even if and it's always, not only she been wrong, eventually, whatever she thought, she might not even know, but it would be like, dang, that's what it was. Just something about him, something about her, something about this deal feels off. And I'm ambitious, I'm stubborn. She'll be like, she'll know when to lean into that or when I'm tripping.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying? Going to a meeting like, Kev, you should lay back or you should be aggressive. Don't send the email, do this. And then just also, I think for me, I don't waste energy with other women. I think creatively,
It's a big one.
I don't waste. I'm allowed to be creative because it's just her. I'm not trying to juggle different women.
I'm clapping
I don't
it up for
lie.
that.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm
Like,
clapping it up for that.
I firmly believe.
See, that's where I'm just saying.
I'm coming home. Like I'm on the first flight on the road. I want to get home to the kids, the dog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm focused, but like to your point, and honestly, I couldn't have been a stand-up comedian without her. Like she was, when I got fired from my job, she was the job. She was the healthcare. She watched the boys because I'm a father first before I did this.
He making having a wife sound fire.
You don't play.
She was like legit everything. Like I would have been better off if I listened to her all the time. I don't listen to her all the time. I've made some mistakes. Some have cost me hundreds of thousands of dollars. One day where I didn't listen to her, her gut was like, we should pay, like for the first one of these productions we're doing, we were talking to the person, we were like, we'll take over financing. And my wife was like, nah, Kev, we shouldn't do that. And I was like, well, we ain't never done it. Like, I don't even know how to do that. She was like, I'd rather us figure out how to do it than to give that up. And I like 3 times, she was like, we should not do it like this. And I didn't listen. And I got beat out of a good amount of money, right? And I can't legally say they stole it. I can only legally say there has not been an accurate budget account for all the funds this person had. Had I just listened to her, though,
You wouldn't have been in that
wouldn't have been in that
ballgame,
position. But now, that was the last time. That was the last time I ever did that. Like, we had talked about stuff, like, we don't agree, we'll talk about it till we come to a plan, but I've never stepped over her since that moment. Never since that moment.
Lesson learned.
Lesson learned.
Oh, yeah.
But she's like super sharp, super smart, super funny. Content-wise, some of my best videos are her ideas. Sometimes I'll ask her, hey, is this video timing-wise? Can I post this? She's like, you can't make that joke. Or you can make that joke. You know what I'm saying? So just to bounce stuff off of her, like that's probably my most secret power outside of like being a hustler and marketer and businessman. I have another person who's equally, or if not smarter than me, who is there, to give me advice. She's like a consigliere. She's like a mob boss's right-hand man. Like she goes to war. And in our marriage, when we was writing this book, I realized she was like, I don't want you, because, I'm a black man. I want to provide for my wife. I want to protect you. She was like, I don't want you to put me up in this castle to protect me and you go on the battlefield. If we're on the battlefield, we're on the battlefield. You got a sword, I got a sword. We should be back to back fighting. You don't need to be out there taking this alone. Like, I want to be out there with you. And I'm like, but I'm a man. She was like, yeah, but I'm telling you, like, this is not how I want our relationship to be. I want to be out there with you. If we take the L, we take the L together. She's never said, I told you so if we agree.
That was my next question. Has she ever hit you with the I told you so, even when that deal lost hundreds of thousands?
Never.
That's fine.
She's had me dead to rights on I told you so. Sometimes the most powerful I told you so is we both know she could have said
Just
it.
be quiet.
Yeah,
Just
and she
silence.
don't even have to like
Yeah.
when that person got away with that bread.
Yep.
You don't gotta say. You don't have to be shady. We both know. If you would have just listened, she's just in there making breakfast. Good morning.
Like it's like everything all good.
Right.
Like,
Don't gotta say nothing.
ain't gotta say nothing.
I ain't gotta say nothing for the rest of our life. We both know. Right? But she's never, even when I got fired in my, like, to your point about confidence, when I got fired back in Washington, I was a shell of myself for a minute. Because, like, I had always worked, I'd always been good at everything. When I got fired, I'm like, I'm not good at something. And I had previously been, like, seller of the quarter. And now I'm getting fired in the economic downturn. I don't have a job. I got to go to labor ready. I felt like a Tyler Perry movie. I had to take my sons to the job place. A bus drove by, splashed me with water. I'm like, nigga, this is unreal. Like, I have my sons in here. Y'all sit down. I got to talk to the man, do the paperwork. Stuff wasn't even online yet. Like, I got to do the unemployment stuff
in
at
person.
the place.
Yeah.
Right? I got to take that L. And I was like, I ain't going on no unemployment. She was like, who ain't what? Like, brother, you got to put that ego to the side. Like, we got bills to pay. But she never was like making fun of me, beating me down, none of that stuff. Like, she really held me down. So that's why when we come up, it's not like I'm up now. It's like we've risen and fallen together.
You can't stunt on that person.
No,
You can't. There is no such thing as a stunt on that person.
No, that we're a team. I feel like I'm the
sound like you, about to say, it sound like you got a partner.
She's
like a real
is
partner.
A real partner.
What you
like,
really look
that's
for.
my wife, my friend. And in this business too, in Hollywood, you know, and in this industry, you never know who's like friend for real.
Who's in it for the wrong reasons.
Who's in it for the wrong reason. Who's just hanging around to eventually ask you for something. And I'm not even saying that's wrong, right? But you got to have somebody, a group of people who you know that if we lost everything, if I was no longer KevOnStage and I had to work at a grocery store or Uber or, you know, a trash man, whatever I had to do,
right there with
you'd be
you.
like, well, nigga, when we was up though.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So I got your lunch when you come home, but we ain't up no more. You know what I'm saying? So I think that really sets me apart from a lot of people.
What'd she say when you told her you was coming up here?
She was excited.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. She was excited. She actually told me, she was like, Kev, she told me when I hit it, I was like, I'm going to hit Joe. She was like, I think he might respond. She was like, I think you downplay who you are. Like, even if he says we're busy or we can't do it, she's like, I don't think he'll leave you unread. Like, I need you to.
Look, is she right about that?
Yeah.
Right again.
Yeah. And I didn't know, like, I never asked for nothing. Like that Kevin Hart Issa Rae clip, I don't know if y'all saw that, where Issa was saying she don't want to ask for help. I saw that and I was like, dang, and Kevin Hart was like, no, ask. You never know who you might do. Like, changed my life. And then my homegirl Nina Parker said, there's no award.
Hey, Nina, that's my people.
Yeah, Nina
Shout out to
Parker.
Nina. We love Nina.
Solid. She was like, there's no award for doing something with no help. And I was like, dang.
Can I, because you said you moved to LA. When did you move to LA?
I moved to LA in 2013.
What was your, because I'm not sure where you came from, but what
Washington State.
Okay.
Yeah, it's at Tacoma.
Yeah.
Okay, so what was your experience just in that move? I moved to LA for a little bit and I hated the experience.
Really?
Yeah, it's cool.
Well, he put
they
all
kinda,
his energy
you know.
in his wife, he said.
Yeah, it was a little different.
He said he wasn't
you know.
spreading it
Let's
around.
have a good conversation, guys.
And the
Let's do
boys
that.
ran
Let's focus on
He
that.
he works in film though, so it's a slightly different thing.
Well, I mean, entertainment you feel is entertainment. At
Yeah,
the end of the day,
yeah,
you
yeah.
still kind of deal with the same nonsense.
Yeah.
But how was your adjustment from going from Tacoma to
The biggest adjustment for me that made it tough, we both worked at Boeing at the time before we moved.
At Boeing?
At Boeing, the Boeing company.
Airplanes?
Okay.
Airplanes. Yeah.
Oh, you
I worked up-
see some shady shit. You went from Boeings to the entertainment industry.
Yeah, I'm about to
Holy
say.
shit.
Yeah, I was on the commercial side, she was on the defense side. Even at that time, she made more money than me, had a real job, and I was like, nigga, I can't believe I'm here. Like, I was watching YouTube videos at work. It's not why the planes fell. It had nothing to do with that. But it was, for us, we was really locked in as a family. Like, I wrote out a whole plan for how we were gonna move, because this was still the housing crisis. Our house was upside down at the time. But it was smooth, but I think it was smooth because we had each other. Like, I know it sounds cliche or whatever, but me and Melissa, the two boys, like, we was focused on, you know, building. At that time, my boys were working at Austin TV, so I was getting paid to write, direct, edit, produce their sketches, and we was getting paid $500 a video, and she was working a regular job. And it was like we had goals. I was building KevOnStage page at the time. I ended up, you know, working with Tracy Evans at the time. But it was like, I remember we first moved here, we didn't have no money. We cashed out our 401k, and I was like, we need to go to the Lakers game. She was like, are you dumb? Like, Lakers. And I was like, Kobe finna retire. Like, we gotta see Kobe before he retired. Bro, we sat literally at
nosebleed.
I mean, hunched over. Kobe hit the game-winning shot. It was the only Laker game we went to for like 10 years, right? Until I got a show on TBS and they let us go in the box seat. But before that, we did that, spent like, it was like $600. But at that time, it was like, Kev, come on. I was like, Bliss, it's Kobe. Like, we got to see Kobe before he retires. And we're not going to have the money on the retirement game. Right. We're not, when people come out, we're not going to have that money. We need to see him on Tuesday. Like, just a regular game versus the Cavs, no LeBron, no star. But I think because it was just us, it didn't feel that much different from Washington. But also, me and her are both military kids. So we bounced around a lot. Home is wherever you happen to be stationed at. We don't feel like Washington had no ties for us. Our family moved. So it was just like a new duty station for us. It was new because it was the first time we like did our first big adult thing. Found our own church, new apartment, like we did all that type of stuff. But we weren't in the industry like that. We live way out in the valley. Kids are going to regular school, you know what I'm saying? So it felt like we were chasing dreams together, which still feels like that today.
That's dope.
My bad, Parks.
You good, man. It's all good.
My bad. This setup is amazing. Setup, production wise, man, this is a setup.
I mean, that's where all the money you're gonna say goes.
Right. Like you said, Hollywood, man, they can make it look crazy.
So the more you comment on it, or the more people come in and comment on the production, that's what you say. You see,
bro. But I mean, like
it's
everybody
cool.
almost everybody got a single. I think.
Yeah, we know.
Yo, Kev.
Yeah.
They know. I think they all got a single.
Yeah.
Kev, this shit ain't helping.
Man, I'm sorry.
It's not.
I've seen a lot of pod setups, but this is
Yeah,
great. With the
See, and
waterfront?
that's the thing. Some of them haven't.
Oh yeah,
Some of them just think this is a dog food shit going on.
this is amazing, man.
I wanted to ask you, how old are your boys?
They're 18 and 16 now, and their birthdays in the next month or two.
18 and so they're about to be 19 and 17?
19 and 17.
Oh, the danger zone.
Yeah.
Man.
Danger zone.
It's crazy because my sons just flew for the first time. And once that happened, my oldest was like, yo, can I go to my homeboy's house in Oakland for the weekend? He got a little money on his own. It's like, I knew once they started that. It's over. Like, once he went to college, he's leaving at midnight, coming home at 3. And I'm 42. I can't stay up with you. God bless you. I pray for you. I checked the Ring app and checked the Life 360.
Doesn't that hurt when you got to just leave your kids in the hands of the Lord?
Bro, it's the worst. It is literally like, bro, it's the like you driving, you're going places. Like I know who your friends are, but as a parent, you're worried about one mistake, anything happening, bro. But you just really got to thank God, pray, and go to sleep, bro.
They bringing the girlfriends around. They
Nah, I mean my oldest, you know what I'm saying. He done introduced us to some people, but nothing serious. But that's just what I see. I don't know. I'm hoping for the best, but what do I know, man? One of my boys, when I told my boy, my son went to Oakland to hang out with his homeboys, he was like, sure he did. And I was like, no, he did.
Yeah, see.
He was like, sure he did. Kev, of course
That's
he did.
why I asked.
And I'm like, it never even crossed my mind. Because I don't, he ain't really like a liar or nothing like that. But I never thought, I didn't tell my parents every time I was
omitting them got to be lying.
Yeah, I didn't say who was at my homeboy's house.
Yeah.
I said I went to my homeboy's place. I didn't know who was over there.
Well, I was at the homeboy house for a little bit.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And I made a move.
I was there though.
Yeah, but at some point you really just gotta, hope you taught them what they know.
Put it in the Lord's
hands.
hands.
It's in God's hands. Because at this point, I tell them you're responsible for the consequences of your choices now. True. Like at this age, they're not gonna arrest me if you mess up. I'm not gonna have to raise the baby if you have a kid. I mean, I'm gonna help. You know what I'm saying? But
What's the issue?
Yeah, I'm gonna help. Actually, if you had a little wedlock baby, I wouldn't trip. But
if you don't mind me asking, how did you propose?
Oh man, this is the churchiest thing ever. This is churchiest thing ever, bro.
You ain't start drumming.
No, Easter Sunday. Easter Sunday at the church.
Oh my God!
I promise you, Easter Sunday.
What a month!
I'm telling you, bro. I was all in, man. My pastor was letting me do like a little. We used to call them theme speaking, where it's like the young kids could preach for a little bit. You'd have like 5 minutes to make your message. And I remember I was like, I had a message about God's love for the church, and the bride of Christ. And I had her sister just
God, yo.
You had praise dances and everything behind
I had her sister. I'm telling you, I said it was real churchy. Homegirls had her 2 sisters and 2 of her friends had signs that "Will you marry me?" I had a $99 ring that I got from the PX, no tax. Still remember to this day, bought it on base, had her pick it out. She didn't know. We was just looking for rings. She was like, oh, that one's nice, and just moved on. And I remembered for like a year. And it was like $99. And I bought it. And I proposed one knee in front of the whole church, you know what I'm saying, in front of her parents and all that stuff. Asked her dad and mom for her hand in marriage.
With a $99
with a
ring.
$99.
Oh, you got the balls of steel. That's right. Oh, shit. That takes some guts.
What the fuck? But I was 19 when I proposed. We got married at 21 and 20.
Okay.
Yeah, we've been married for 21 years now.
That is so rare, man. That people marry that young and stay married.
Yeah,
Like the military people.
Yeah, and we were the
That
last
is-
ones to get married of our friends. Like we're the
last ones?
The last ones to get
Military
married.
niggas
The
get
military
married quick.
motherfuckers.
Fast.
They get married 19.
For life.
My sister did about 2 marriages already. That's a shit.
Absolutely.
That is dope, though. It's dope. I'm joking, but it's still dope.
But like, bro, I'm telling you, when I met her, I was like, this is it for me. I knew this. It's not getting no better for me. Like in college, I'm like, bro, I pushed all my chips in, and by the grace of God, she's gotten more beautiful with age. Like she's gorgeous. She's always been fine to me. But at 42, I'd be like, dang, this is crazy. I ain't held up as well. That's not what I'm looking like. So, I done put a, few 30, 40, 50, 70, probably 100 pounds since we've been together. Hair gone, beard in, but hair gone. But for the most part, she is, like, we put like side by sides of us 20 years ago. She just looks
She hasn't
great.
aged.
She hasn't aged. And I'm, you know what I'm saying? I'm sitting up here looking how I'm looking.
You look fine, brother. But it's interesting because you're one of the people who's willing to actually put his body on Instagram. Like
Yes.
you're willing to be self-deprecating. You do
Yeah.
weight stuff. You do body stuff.
Yes.
Was that hard?
Back to
No, bro,
marketing
I'm telling you,
genius.
as a stand-up comedian, there is no greater asset than people realizing you're okay making fun of yourself. Like
fact.
on
And as a podcaster.
as a podcaster,
Seriously.
bro.
Yeah,
If you
that was-
can take the only thing better than giving a good joke is taking a good joke.
Yeah.
So I'm not harsh about my stuff. So people are like, Kev, he makes fun of everybody. And this is also my personality. I take my shirt off and stuff like that. But like part of it is just like it makes you feel cool with me. Like Kev ain't tripping. You know how Kev is. You know how Kev will be. But also I remember I was in Hawaii and I was super self-conscious about my body when I was young. I went to Hawaii with my wife the first time and I saw, and it was the most, we didn't even spend crazy, but it was an expensive vacation for us. We got to hook up on some flights and the hotel. But I was like, we shouldn't even be here. I remember everybody had their shirts off who had worse bodies than me. And I'm like, I'm not finna get in the ocean with no t-shirt on. And from that moment on, I was like, nigga, I really just don't care. And part of that's because of Melissa. Like, I don't have to advertise for another woman. I don't have to do none of that stuff. She sees me naked and on soft.
Yeah.
No pause.
Yeah.
No pause.
A lot of people up here
No
feel
pause.
the same way.
Rest play.
Sleepy time.
Sleepy time. In the shower. This is my body, so I don't have to advertise for nobody else, so I don't have to be something I'm not. You know what I'm saying? So and I also want other women to be like, this is how I'm built. Don't like me.
What? Y'all fucking me up right now. I keep looking to the side. You and Flip, you look like if Flip didn't go the gang route. Y'all got like a similar.
Like if he had a big brother,
Like if
a mentor. He's like Flip with a mentor. In the dictionary.
Or he could just be Flip's
You want
mentor.
to be a lot of mentors.
Flip on stage.
Oh, y'all
can see it.
playing with my son.
It's okay. Leave him alone.
I want to come to y'all show. I want to come to your
Oh
comedy.
man, I'll get tickets for all y'all.
I would absolutely love to come.
It's a good time, man. Me and Tony have a good time. It's fresh. Tony is brilliant, so I'm funny too. Like I'm not self-deprecating to like not think I'm funny. Like I'm good at stand-up. But Tony Baker has an incredible mind about
genius.
stand-up.
No, he's great.
He's operating on another level. He finds jokes in things that you don't even think. Like one of the jokes, and this is a joke he has online, so I'm not spoiling it. He had a joke where he said like, we can kill bugs because they don't blink. Like if bugs blinked, you wouldn't kill them. Like if you see a bug, you stomp on it because it's just a bug. But if the bug was like, hey man, you'd be like, whoa. Like he's like, there's humanity in a blink. And I'm like, bro, how do you even
Think like that.
Think like that. My stuff is always like my life, my wife, my kids, how I see the world. I'm not really good at analyzing the world and finding humor there. Tony is. So for the Ball Brothers show, he's able to take it places and I can tee him up and then we can kind of ride that wave. You know what I'm saying? So it's a really fresh show. And you could see the show tonight in New York. And if you went to Philly the next night, you would see a totally different show.
Oh, that's dope.
Oh,
So
that's
that's what's really exciting about
That's
this tour
fire.
is like, for us, we're able to create that night and it has that like special flair, which I think stand-up is going that way more than anything, right? You know, in the last 3 years, the top stand-ups have been doing something like that.
What's your best and worst cities?
To perform in?
Yeah.
You mean like ticket sales wise or like energy wise?
Just energy wise, just where you've gotten the
Probably the best, most consistent city for me is DC. DC
That-
pulls
that-
up and
that's
buys
right.
tickets
They one of
fast. DC is the number one. DC's going to sell out
It's a comedy
probably
city,
2 months before any show. Atlanta's really good. New York always comes in as well. Bad wise, San Antonio, Texas. Brother, I can't get nothing going there. Syracuse, New York, Buffalo, upstate New York, Rochester. I can't get nothing going there. They ain't, super black. I ain't really got no chance. But San Antonio is a huge market, and I'll do well in Houston, Dallas, Austin.
How many times have you played San Antonio?
Probably like 3 or 4. But I've taken the massive L's. I even canceled one this last time. They were selling so poorly. I was like, I'm going to lose money.
Because
if I
that's
try
the
to
only
go.
one that's thrown me off a little bit. San Antonio, if you visit a few times,
you're
it
rocking.
does improve.
Yeah, I've heard that.
It does improve.
But there's another piece to it, right? There's the sales part, but is there places where like you just feel like the crowd don't get you?
Don't get me?
Yeah.
Culturally, there was, when I performed in Toronto, and that was the first time I realized black culture, American black culture is not the same.
Totally
as
different.
Toronto, I was thrown off. They didn't play spades nearly as much as I thought. So I was like,
Oh man.
oh my God, like these jokes, we're bombing. They don't know what we're like. Certain jokes are like hitting the floor, and it was just I didn't realize black culture.
Yeah, Toronto blacks are
specifically
different.
American black culture is there's similarities, but it's not exactly the same. And then there's like even London is as well.
London
They don't
blacks
have
too,
like
yeah.
the DMV. And the culture is a little bit different. So Tony had a joke about the DMV one time. And he was like, "Brother, what's up with this
what's
joke?"
the DMV? Right.
Yeah, and they were like, "We don't have the DMV the way you have it, and there's not long lines, so we don't know what you're talking about." So we're like, what's the problem? So,
Gotta
but as
scratch
far
that
as
joke.
like, yeah, he had to scratch that joke overseas. Like it didn't go well. But as far as consistently, I don't think there's a city in America that doesn't get me. There's just some that I haven't, and I just say I haven't been able to sell well. I don't blame it on the people. Like certain times you just can't. The stuff ain't going like it usually goes. But as far as energy wise, Louisville, Kentucky. It's crazy.
Really?
Louisville, Kentucky, I've had never had a bad show there. I never sell crazy, but as a comic, man, sometimes if the energy's right, like you don't even.
Yeah, who cares?
You remember the best shows, not necessarily the best. I mean, you remember the best money. I ain't gonna hold you, but if the energy's crazy, you'll go back to a city that doesn't sell well.
Absolutely.
If you really enjoy those shows. And Louisville, I don't know what it is, they pull up and they have a good time every time.
You are very churched.
Yeah.
And I see a lot of it come out in your comedy, come out in how you move in the world.
Yeah.
What's one of the things from the church that you had to let go of or lose or like unlearn?
Homophobia. Homophobia was, I didn't realize I was raised to be homophobic. I just was existing in church. I was raised, unbeknownst to me, Adam and Eve, Adam and Steve, black people love stuff that rhymes.
Yeah.
If somebody's gay, they had to be molested, something like that. And I remember what changed was my son. Like when my wife had my son, I remember holding him and being like, I don't care what y'all talking about. This is my baby. Because we was growing up with like, you get kicked out of church, excommunicated, your family wouldn't talk to you. That happened in my life. When I had my son, I remember being, and this is before I even said anything. I just remember internally like, bro, he was like 4 pounds too. So he was like fitting right here. And I remember being like, there's nothing he can do that will make me, it wasn't specifically about, his orientation. It was just like, there's nothing my son can do.
Doesn't mean not love him.
Yeah, I love him.
Beautiful.
That love for my kids is different than the love for my wife. My wife was a fully realized, person when I met her. My son did not exist. And then he existed. So that love for him was very different than the love for her. And I remember being like, y'all got that. That's not me.
So she's off the boat.
Who?
You know on the internet where they were like, if your wife and your kid are on the boat, if you can only say one of them, what you just described, tell me she's got to get up.
They're strong. They're strong swimmers. Like, wives? I'm saving her, bro.
He keeping his wife.
Yeah, bro. I love y'all. I love everybody. But y'all young and strong. You know what I'm saying?
And
Get after it.
We can make more.
Yeah, I can make more kids.
Run it back.
That woman.
Can't. That's it.
I can't. I don't see another one of her.
I feel you.
In the world. So I love y'all. I love everybody. You know what I'm saying? But no. But I think that's
I'm getting married, Mark. Fuck you. You ain't got to look at me all silly. I don't know if you're looking at me or Kev. I don't know. I'm self-conscious now, too.
No, my face was, I can find more wives.
Wow.
That was my face when you said,
Nigga here.
I don't know. Shit, I don't.
Yo, Mark is on
Are you
bullshit
Going,
today.
yes, I adore my wife, but I think I would save my kid.
Same
What
name.
if she was
Wow.
captured by
Your wife named
aliens?
Melissa?
My wife's name Melissa. A lot of you. This is a popular name, right? It's just that.
Yo, you gotta stop. Yo.
What?
Nothing.
And Mark is performing. He's not. You're not.
You think I'm gonna let my child drown?
How old is the child?
I got 3 of them.
What? Which one?
I ain't letting none of them drown.
Oh shit.
I'm saving everyone, too.
No,
But you can't though.
You're gonna die.
What if I
trying
got
to
you
save
between
all
the
of them,
kid
right?
But
and
I
my
wouldn't even
wife?
participate in the
if
question.
I die, then I could die. I'd rather die than give it. I know that was.
Oh, you mean like sacrifice my life or sacrifice? My,
Yeah,
If
sacrifice.
that was the option, I would do that. What? Are we trying to give you a
There's not another.
We try to give you
He's
out.
not a good guy.
There's not another
I
Mark?
never said I was.
not a good
Ain't
guy.
another me.
Ain't no another me.
No,
It's crazy.
it's true. It's true.
Hey, Mark.
Okay, make another me. Shit.
I'm with you.
You take exactly. dog.
I'm with Kev.
Wow.
If myself was an option, I would pick me.
Joe is
Well,
a
then I'm
fucking
gone.
liar.
No, I'm serious.
I know you think that. I know you think that.
I'm picking me.
Till that water start
Y'all
rising.
talking shit. Y'all would both fight your way to try to save all of them. And
I would
take
fight
it
to
all.
save everybody, of
When
course.
take
it
it
gets
on.
down
But
to
that's
where
not the
I
point of the
can't,
thing.
Right, right.
He said, "Ain't no another me." It's still in it.
I like it
Ain't no
here.
another me.
Right.
And y'all dapped up on that.
Yeah.
I like it
Ain't
here.
no other her.
Okay.
Things that they dap up about in here. I'm telling you. I'm trying to tell you
It's out
something.
of pocket.
Yeah, no, I would.
That's crazy.
Baby, I love you.
I love you.
I feel like I have to ask you this because you're the best black family movie all time.
Ooh. You mean family? Like the whole family can watch it?
Yeah, I don't mean like Juice and Boys in the Hood.
Although our families watch that together.
Man, that's a good one. We just watched I'm Gonna Get You Sucker with my kids.
That's
like this past week, this Friday. And it still holds up.
Underrated.
It
It's a
was so
brilliant movie.
underrated. I
It's a
couldn't
brilliant
believe
movie.
how well these jokes
Still
landed.
funny.
My kids thought this was hilarious. Had no idea this movie existed. Didn't know. My oldest was like, he's into film. He was like, "Is this a parody of something?"
Gee.
I don't know. And I was like, "Yeah, blacksploitation films, which she doesn't know about." But he was like, "This is crazy." But they had seen Black Dynamite, so they, they connected it to that. The best black family movie, probably Black Panther. I feel like Black Panther, we felt so
that's
black
interesting.
and united. When I took them to see that, I never felt prouder to be a family. We had like a picture, doing this.
I'd have never expected that.
I didn't see that
Me
coming.
neither.
Me, I'd have never put that in that. But I guess he's right.
Yeah, Black
Yeah,
Panther.
that was all about the rollout.
We was proud. Everybody was watching it.
Yeah.
Chadwick on the big screen.
That was a moment.
Yeah, my kids didn't know. They didn't grow up reading comic books, so
Me
they didn't know
either.
about Black Panther.
Did you see the second one, Puerto Rican Panther?
Yo,
Boricua Panther.
Yeah, did you see Dominican Panther? And in the next one, there's the rumor that
They introducing the white.
the rumor is that the white guy is going to be the Black Panther.
Ryan
Oh,
Reynolds.
ain't no way.
Wow.
What? You said Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds.
In Secret War.
I love Ryan Reynolds, but maybe not as Black Panther.
Ain't no.
Maybe not as,
Are you
maybe not
taking
as
your
Black
family to
Panther.
see White Panther, and will you be just as proud?
Absolutely not. Will I be just as proud? Ain't no way I'd be just as proud to see White Panther.
I'm thinking he was about to say Soul Food.
Soul Food to me was gonna be one of those.
Soul Food's up
Soul
there.
Food's not a good movie
At all.
That's
like
a-
not like to watch. Like
With the family?
terrible things are happening.
But that's
Word.
a real. That's a real.
Yeah,
we
but I
can
don't-
relate to that.
That's
we-
see, black people we
We
watch
should
like,
get away from the trauma, he's saying.
Yeah, like
I mean, shit,
Color
we watch.
Purple and stuff. Like these are very traumatic.
Color Purple ain't a
movies.
family movie.
Yeah,
it's
Soul
not.
Food ain't a
Soul
family
Food
movie.
ain't either.
Yes, it is.
Soul
No.
Food was a
It's
family
about a family.
It's
not a
about
family movie.
family.
No, but
Not
they
a
come
family
together at the
movie,
end.
though.
Uncle
Figured
Pete
it out
give them
at
the
the
money.
end. They went through the.
Damn.
Okay,
Bro, that
what
was the
are
last 5 minutes.
Yes.
That's
what
like.
are some more family movies?
Crooklyn.
Crooklyn is a great
is a good
family
one.
movie.
Crooklyn?
Except for the mom dying of cancer.
Yeah,
I mean, they all got trauma in it, though.
yeah. I'm
That's
not
the
even
thing.
saying they don't have to.
like-
Crooklyn's good.
Crooklyn's a good
I
one.
would say
love
Coming to
Crooklyn.
America, but they got some
That's not
little
a family
scenes in it.
movie.
Yeah, not a family.
How
know
are we
families
describing
that
a
sit
family?
and
What
watch
makes it a family movie? The whole family can watch it.
See, I wasn't thinking that. I was thinking a movie based around
The theme of
but I
family.
like your Black Panther.
Oh.
If that's the case.
This
then
Christmas
I'm
is a
not-
good one.
Yeah.
This Christmas is real solid.
That's a solid one.
Jingle Jangles are also really good.
I never saw that one.
That's a really good Christmas movie. Shout
Well,
out
Home
David
Alone
Tubber.
would be the greatest one of all time, no?
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure.
I mean, they white, so I'm not fucking with them.
Yeah, that's why
Yeah, I
they
was
count
gonna
it.
Jingle
say,
Jangle's
put
really
them in
good.
the conversation.
It was like an
Yeah.
instant classic for me. But I also love David E. Tauber. He was doing plays at the time that Tyler Perry was, and I looked up to him a lot too.
Does Tyler Perry have a classic family movie?
Yeah, Medea's Christmas.
I was thinking Medea's Family Reunion.
I'm just playing. I don't even know if it is a Medea's
Family
Christmas.
that prays. That's as good as it gets.
Real quick, what is your relationship to Tyler Perry? Is he like a mentor?
I've never met Tyler Perry in my life.
Okay.
My mom thinks one phone call is going to change my life. She's like, "Why haven't you met Tyler Perry? Why don't you just call Tyler Perry?" I don't know.
Do you
Tyler
want?
Perry.
Could
I
you?
feel like when I watch Kev shit that it's all a Tyler Perry pitch.
That's what it. That's why I asked. And when you kept saying Tyler, I thought maybe you had a relationship.
No,
or,
I just call him Tyler. You know what I'm saying?
no, I get it.
I mean, I'm definitely trying to follow
That's
his
BT.
model. Yeah.
What's like BET Plus?
BT Plus.
That's Tyler Perry.
That's Tyler Perry.
Yeah,
That's all
that
him.
is-
They gonna make Kev like the bad lawyer and put the bad braided wig on him. They ain't gonna treat him right.
Right.
Tyler gonna come in and fuck his whole image up.
Yeah,
Yeah, oh, for sure.
Well, Tyler gonna see that clip of him saying that he unlearned homophobia too now.
I did.
We back in. Now we back good.
Are you open to relearn?
Back good now.
Tyler
I'm out.
gonna get some baby oil now.
Brother Kevin.
Have y'all seen some of the? All right, forget it. Tyler Perry. All right, never mind.
Nah.
Never mind.
If you see Brother Kevin, tell him to come to my orders.
No, this is not.
That was a great homophobia point too, though. The church people be the first ones. They might have invented gaydar.
Man,
They might have
Yeah,
invented
no,
the
I've had a
gaydar.
conversation
weird,
with
I think they did.
But that's weird
Because they're looking at 3 and 4 year olds like, watch that one.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
the church
yeah.
is, especially the musical section. It's
The choirs and stuff.
It's kind of
and that's the thing.
Kind of
too.
what?
It can be.
No, make them say it. Hold up. Kind of what?
Yeah, would you say socials?
a lot of the vocalists and a lot of the choir directors and
Oh,
if you
yeah.
look through
There's a lot of-
history, a lot of them have been gay,
Or are gay.
are gay,
Yeah, have been
and they
gay.
don't hide it. They're very vocal.
Flamboyant.
Yeah.
It's funny. Well, they hide it and they don't hide it, right? I mean, it's like they don't. It's what do you call it? Don't ask, don't tell. Like everybody knows
like
the
the
choir
army,
director's
right?
gay. Everybody knows that deacon is gay. But at least growing up, we couldn't say that.
Yeah.
But everybody kind of knew it, and then it's shrouded in this kind of benevolent homophobia, like love the sinner, hate the sin. So you got to sit there and actually be told that who you are is wrong while being told that we love you. It's a fucked up. It's a,
Yeah, it's yeah.
So,
And
so
that
let me
also
tell you,
kind of. Oh my
I,
bad. Go ahead.
I had a conversation with someone at my mom's church about this because he disowned his son. And he was a higher up in the church. And his son was on bad times. I was like, so what? I don't care. So I'm like, how could you with your son?
Right.
And his answer, which it made sense to him, was like how you said you love your wife, and then like the hierarchy.
Yeah.
God first.
Yeah.
God
and that's the way he looks at it. He's like, yo, the Bible first, God first, everything comes after that. So because it's frowned upon here, and I choose to love God more than anything else, even if it's my own family, I have to pick this over that.
that's why Corey be laughing at us.
I think.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, brother. The thing is, I struggled a lot with that because Jesus, like the actual person, the majority of his whole thing was being with the people that people didn't want to be with, right? The sinners, they called them publicans, tax people. Like he spent his whole time with the people who were outcasts.
Yeah.
So it didn't, this is when I was a youth pastor. It didn't make sense to me to be outcasting people because that's like incongruent with how Jesus was actually being.
He's supposed to be following Jesus.
Yeah, and
Right.
Christian, the IAN is Latin, it means to be like. So we're supposed to be
like
like
Christ.
Christ. That's the whole thing. His whole thing was love. And I think about the woman, the adulterous woman, right? It was actually the people who wanted to stone her were the religious people. Pharisees and Sadducees said, the law says we need to stone her. And Jesus didn't come to do what was right. He came to do what was good. And the right thing, legally, stone her.
Stone
This
her,
is our
'cause
law.
this is the law.
This is our law. Nobody will get mad at you. This is the law.
That Mary Magdalene.
Yeah, I don't have follow-up questions worth of the Bible.
Mary Magdalene was on some other stuff.
Oh, okay.
I don't even know if you're right or wrong. I just know the woman, the adulterous woman. I don't know her name. But he said, he who was without sin cast the first stone, right? And I think that's an example of being good, not right. And I think that's how I've lived my life. And when I worked in the church, it felt disingenuous to me to use people's skills and deny their humanity. That for me, I just, and this is before I even started learning, I just didn't feel like it's kind of whack to let them sing and write and arrange the songs.
Same thing in hip hop.
Yeah.
and then judge them.
Yeah, it felt weird to me. I'm just like, I can't do that. And I think as I've grown, it felt weirder and weirder too. I was like, I don't subscribe to that. And then having children who grew up in this era, they don't go. My kids ain't going for that.
So how?
At that time, right? Was that the time that you questioned your belief? Was it?
I did.
Yeah.
I did, because the way I grew up in church, it felt like the church is me. Like there's no separation between Christianity and Kevin. So to disagree with what I was taught felt like disagreeing with
God
myself.
and yourself.
God, yeah. So
I got you.
What really messed me up was the internet. I grew up only hearing my pastor's voice.
Yeah.
And you could not challenge the pastor. Whether he was right or wrong, he was unchallengeable.
True.
And then when I got older and the internet started being more popular, I could start to hear from other voices.
Were y'all Pentecostal?
Pentecostal, apostolic, which is very strict. Floor-length skirts, no makeup, no pants, stuff like that.
That's
so then I'm hearing people.
That's like Marvin Gaye's dad.
Yeah. And
Ironically.
no disrespect, my pastors growing up, none of them went to seminary. They weren't theologians and stuff. So I'm realizing when you hear from people who actually studied further than like repeating what they heard, a lot of the Bible we misinterpret.
Yes.
Yep.
So much of it.
Absolutely.
So a lot of things we think are true and hard. Some words didn't exist.
They're not
There's
even
not
in the
even an
Bible.
English
Right,
translation.
No translation for it.
Yeah, and we are like really harping on that stuff. So for me, this was just like, this new knowledge is, but I like learning. A lot of times the people in the church, they don't want to be challenged on anything.
Yeah.
It just, if the pastor said it, it's true. But I remember what happened to me, I'm gonna let you go.
Yeah.
My pastor didn't want us to go into the movies, but we could watch movies. So I was like, this is weird. Like, is the theater sinful? What is the issue?
Yeah.
Found out when I grew up early or later, his son had sex in the movie theater. So he told our whole church,
that
the
was a
movies were
breeding
bad. And I'm
ground
like,
for-
bro, that's just your son.
Yeah.
Like that. What are you talking? Like, we couldn't watch The Lion King at the movies, but we could watch it at home. Like, that just didn't make sense to me. And over the years,
I said,
there's
that's why Corey be laughing at
more
us.
things like that. But go ahead. I mean,
What do you say to people that says that religion was created to control people?
I don't know if it was. I wouldn't say it was created to control people.
You
but
know,
I was,
if you look, there's some saying that when we were taken as slaves, we didn't have religion.
Right.
We were taught that.
I'm not well versed in this, but from my understanding, early African religions are not the Christianity that we learn.
Got it.
I think religion was especially Christianity in America, has been a tool to control for many years. And throughout the years, all wars were started and ended over religion.
Yes.
But I don't think it was created to be that. But I think it's been a tool for colonialism. Like, we're gonna teach them how to be civilized.
Make them be
we're
this.
gonna teach them
Passive and-
And this is just like, if you
was the old
English
South
versus Saxons versus Danes. Take black people out of the equation.
Yeah.
They were fighting wars off Christianity, but they really wanted that land.
That's what the
And
South
what do we-
Africans say. Like, they came to us, to our land with Bibles and said, let us pray. And when we opened our eyes, they had the land and we had the Bibles.
Your mom.
But that's crazy.
Yo,
But that's like, wow.
Yeah.
That's literally over history throughout the ages, and not just in America. Religion has been used to control, overtake, kill, genocide, all type of stuff. Because if you feel like God said it, you don't have to ever stop.
Nat Turner, big, used him as a preacher to preach down to the slaves and make you feel like, okay, follow this religion. Until he at some point realized a lot of the scripture is being manipulated to make us feel like we have to be passive or turn the other cheek to all this. It's manipulated.
Yeah.
But knowing that, or having that, that option, I guess, or knowing that, or becoming aware of that, you feel like your love for God, or the idea, I don't want to say idea to disrespect, but the love for God.
I don't follow you, that's disrespectful.
Or the love, the love for a higher power motivates you to just be a better person. If you understand what I'm saying? Like, being aware that there may be an opposite side, do you choose to stay on the side of me believing that God is real, or believing in God makes me want to be better, makes me want to provide for my family, makes me want to be the best husband that I can be. Because if it wasn't for him or the idea of him, I may not have been that person. Do you understand?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I think, I don't think everything I was taught was right, but I have not thrown away the whole thing as a result.
Got it.
I think, especially as black people, oppressed black people in America, I can see how religion was a tool for hope. Because you're just like, bro, it
gotta be
literally some
something
of
better.
our gospel music, it has to be.
Has to be.
Because you're just literally getting, they're raping our wives, selling our children, we're getting beat, abused, working on their son. I literally can't live, I can't reconcile this is it and I die in nothing.
Well, I think that's what makes religion interesting. It's when you get past the fundamentalism of it, where you believe like this says this and so therefore that, right? Black people have always interpreted and approached scripture and music, gospel music too, in ways that push back. Like Dr. King said, we took Jeremiah's question mark and straightened it out to an exclamation point.
Right.
Meaning, is there no, in any of the kind of scriptures, we sort of interpret it in ways that made us think differently. Like, is there a balm in Gilead, right?
Yeah.
We made there is a balm in Gilead,
Yes.
right? How do I sing the Lord's song in a strange land? We said I sing because I'm happy, right? There's a way that we reinterpreted scripture so that we could imagine it differently. But once you get to that place and you're not held on to a scripture literally, then you can start to think about the world differently. So you don't have to be homophobic. 100%. And you don't have to believe that women belong in the house and that they have demons floating above their head that you got to put a hat on the cover. And you don't have to, you can start to think about the world differently.
1000%.
And I think that's where people land. I guess my question for you is, where does that land you with your church folk? Because there's a whole lot of people that watch you because you're churched.
Yeah,
he's right.
But they think y'all speaking the same language.
Over the years, I've lost a lot of
Till they hear you, right, I was about to say.
If this homophobic, if this clip comes out and I say I'm no longer homophobic, they're going to think I'm not saved, right? But I cannot try to...
That's the opposite.
That's
To me,
Yeah.
that's...
But I
crazy.
can't... But that happens. Every time I speak about that, like, people get mad, they say I'm not saved, but I've been getting I'm not saved for a long time, but I'm like, I cannot be a person that I'm not so that you will stay. That's not me.
I'd rather lose you.
I'd rather lose you. Like, one of my biggest problems with Christianity, and this is my story, my life, not Christ. I'm talking about what I've seen with my life. It wasn't even that people were bad, it's that we were incongruent. It was like we presented as good and we don't drink and we don't smoke. And then I found out, I'm talking about my family, not
on
the
Sunday.
church.
Yeah.
My family.
On Sunday.
Like
Sunday
we
during the day.
good, but like,
Morning.
we got, my grandma, I'll never forget, she had a Seagram's behind the TV. And I didn't know what it
wasn't just her.
Bro, behind the TV, I drink this. I'm like, man, what you on?
Yeah, Uncle Bobby had it too.
Yeah, and it's like, as far as the homophobia thing, it was so weird to me. Like, we are so anti-gay people in my church, in my life. Kids out of wedlock, we don't care at all.
Right.
Like,
we all know
bring
them.
that baby here, blah blah blah. But it's like that's inconsistent with me. So what I didn't like more than anything was like people who are like, I'm gonna be this way, so you think this about me, but that's not really who you are. So if you don't like me for my Christianity, that's cool, right? I don't have to, but I won't try to be something I'm not to try to keep it, because there's no amount of saved I can be anyway.
Yeah.
Like Anna Douglas is a Christian content creator, super saved, like way more straight up and saved with me. People still get mad at her. They're like, she shouldn't be making fun of that. So there's no, to what end would I try to prove them? Like, I'd rather you either be rocking with me or not rocking with me, but I'm actually living. And if you've been following me for years, I used to not be like this. Like I didn't know. Before I had kids, I didn't have that experience. I didn't have nobody challenging my pastor until the internet, until I started reading for myself. When I was a youth pastor, that's the most growth I had, is when I started reading for myself, because I told my pastor when he offered me the job, I was like, I'm not going to teach the kids something I don't believe. Yeah. So what happened, for example, my kids asked me about tattoos. Are tattoos a sin? And I remember, I'm gonna kill y'all with this. I'm gonna go to Leviticus and prove to you why tattoos are a sin. But I went online to research it because I don't know where the scripture was exactly. Yeah. And I found a teen Bible study. It was a white pastor who was a theologian. He was like, you're probably here to tell your kids why they shouldn't get tattoos. You're looking for Leviticus 19 and 26. Maybe, I don't know if that's it. He said, before you tell them that, I want you to read a scripture before that. Because that one says you shouldn't wear clothes of two different kinds. So if you have a cotton poly blend shirt on, take a pause before you tell them. And also read the scripture before that. It says, if you have a beard, men are not supposed to shave them. Right. So before you tell them about tattoos, read the whole thing. And Leviticus is actually a message to the Levites, who were the high priests. So a lot of times the Bible, and this is what my pastor taught me, before you preach something, you need to know who wrote it, who he was writing to, and what were the cultural norms at the time.
Right.
So we're applying
That's the
cultural
hermeneutics of it.
norms to a time that doesn't exist. Like, remember in the Bible, they were marrying 12-year-olds, like 13-year-olds. Women were property. Like, but we negotiate. Well, we don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So we always negotiate with the Bible. We decide
Pick
as
and
a
choose what
society.
makes sense to us.
People do that when they eat pork. They're like, well, they didn't have refrigeration back then, and so when they said that, they
1000%.
meant this.
We do it with wine, but like
But when you get to sodomy,
children, like
right.
they were in the Bible, they were literally like 12-year-old women or kids being married off.
Right.
But as a society, we've decided that ain't cool though.
Yeah.
So we negotiate a lot of things with the Bible. So I'm negotiating the homophobia part. I'm not subscribing to that.
Right.
Even like the story of Lot. They always talk about Lot's wife, and a theologian was like, we misinterpreted that thing so bad. You can't be using that the way you think it is.
Well, that's a perfect example. Again, it's not just that we negotiated time-wise. I think you're right. It's also that that's not the right interpretation of the story.
Literally.
Tell me the story.
So the story is Lot and his wives, Sodom and Gomorrah. The story is that it got destroyed because there were gay people there. That's how it was taught to me.
Right.
That's how it was taught.
It was taught to me that they
Right.
were destroyed to me because they were gay people. So that's what I thought. Like, if you're
Right.
gay, it's Sodom and Gomorrah. That's how I was raised.
Right.
And what sexual immorality, what they were talking about was like, if I understand correctly, it was like men trying to rape angels or have sex with angels is what they were talking about.
Yeah.
So we don't have that understanding. So what Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed for wasn't what we were taught.
No, it was. Yeah, right. I mean, the moral takeaway from the story of Sodom and Gomorrah really is about being unwelcoming to the stranger and to the visitor, and it's about sexual immorality.
Yeah.
And honestly, I mean, even if you were to take it on a sexual tip, it's really. I mean, you could make lesbians would argue they don't say nothing about women anyway.
1000%.
So I mean, there's a few, and there's other Bible verses that are a little more direct, but I mean, ultimately, people always say that's where sodomy comes from,
Masturbation is another thing that messed my mind.
and onanism.
Yeah. Well, what's that?
Remember spilling your
owning.
seed?
Yeah. So I
yeah.
grew up. Masturbation is a sin. The scripture they talked about was spilling seed. Another
Right.
thing I
I'm
was
negotiating that one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Nah,
That one we negotiated. We got
nah.
I need that.
Only
I'll just,
that gotta
I'll
go.
just go to hell.
Come on, man.
That's what I'm saying.
I ain't gonna
So
lose that.
what we were taught is you can't spill seed, and that's what
That's
I
onan,
thought.
right.
Masturbating was you're spilling seed. What the Bible is actually saying is, if my older brother's married and his wife and he dies, it is my responsibility to marry his wife to further our bloodline. Spilling seed is actually pulling out, not masturbating. It's saying I'm not going to continue the bloodline, and I'm pulling out and spilling my seed. So we misinterpreted that.
Pretty
and
much
also,
saying bag your brother's shorty.
you got to keep the family
and
bloodline
keep it in.
going
And keep-
because that's
and leave it-
that's
yeah.
how
This
people
room
do
has
it.
been split on that one before.
Yeah. But then to Mark's point, I had girls in my class too. There's no scripture. There's no spilling seed for women.
For women, yeah.
Right. So I'm like, well, where's this part of it? So all these things start to question in my mind, and then you grow up. You read Christian health teachers who are like, masturbation's a healthy exploration of your body and all that type of stuff. So it's like,
Yeah, I like
reconciling that part with what. It's very hard to reconcile what you were taught and not to believe that as you grow, especially Christianity, because it feels like, to a lot of people and to me sometimes it felt like, dang, well, who am I if this is not true?
Let me ask you a question then. And this is a question I wrestle with, or used to wrestle with. Now I don't care so much. After hearing all that and coming to the place that you've come, why do you need religion at all?
For me, I think a lot of the tenets that I was taught, I still believe. I think I still need the hope. It's very helpful when dealing with tragedy. I lost my brother, suddenly. I feel like leaning on God and those principles helped me. Gospel music, it feels like it's helping me. And I think a lot of
every day.
Yeah, I just feel like, to your point earlier, I think there's something innate about humans. We want to be good people, or we want to feel like we're good people. We want to feel like there's a code that we are following, or society will fall apart. But I think the biggest thing is, it's hard to pull away from what you were raised, and there's not enough for me now that makes me feel like I'm throwing the whole thing away. Even if some parts I don't agree with the way they were taught to me, I still believe in God. I still believe God has a hand on my life. I still have faith in God. I still pray and all those type of things. But there's hardly anything in the world that's perfect. I don't think a thing has to be perfect for it to be useful.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that's where I'm at with religion.
I asked my
That's
mom
the
that
part I
same
want to
question.
get to right there. Oh, my bad, Freeze. Go ahead.
No, so I asked my mom that same question, and her answer was, "Yo, in the end, I'd rather have religion and be right than not and be wrong. And I was like, hey, you know what? I can't say shit to that.
Yeah, that's like a major.
Like I'd rather just when it's all said and done, be like, hey, you know what? She was.
I was
right.
trying to be right and trying to go to heaven. Usually, those actions that follow are good actions.
Yeah.
If I'm wrong, what's the worst that can happen?
And that's how she laid it out.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
Which I can't argue with that.
Yeah, I
either.
couldn't
Like,
argue with it.
You know what I'm saying?
That's like the major Western philosophical argument for religion is, he argued is, look, let's say I'm wrong. What have I lost?
Yeah.
I haven't murdered anybody. I don't do these bad things. I do all these things. And if there's no God, then fuck it. I still lived a great life.
Yes.
That's often the argument
It's
that's
also
made.
important for community for a lot of people.
For sure.
Yes.
Especially the black church was like, I mean, it's not as much as it used to be, but like you think about civil rights movement, like that was the meeting place. You used to have to come there to get your votes. Like it was also very culturally relevant and community relevant. And we didn't have a lot of those spaces. We have them now digitally, and they're not only in church. But growing up, that was like my mom's friends, like my grandma to this day, like
Extended family.
that's her people.
Yeah.
Like she don't go to like her vacation. I told my grandma I will take you anywhere in the world. Like she's getting older. Where do you want a vacation? My grandma's like, I want to go to convention, which is the gospel church. Every summer she's going to Albuquerque, El Paso, Phoenix. That's all she wants. She's like, I'm like, you can go to Ireland. Where do you want to go? She was like, you gave me the choice between Ireland and the convention. I'm going to convention because those are her friends. Those are her people from high school. Those are the people she talks to. Like those are her people. This is your community. This is who you want to rock with. That's just
she's gonna feel the most comfortable. That's where she's gonna be comfortable.
That's where she want to be comfortable. Like the artists are. As a kid, man, them preachers like Noel Jones and T.D. Jakes, they were the Michael Jordans to us.
And Kojic used to be like, I mean, it's Azusa Street, all that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, those are like, I think it's really beautiful to see that. And when I watch your work and I hear you talk about it, just like when I watch a Tyler Perry film, the thing I love about them, both you and him, is that you resonate with those communities and you make them feel seen and you make them feel heard. And those are communities that sometimes don't get the respect and dignity afforded to them. Like those people, the family members you're talking about, when they go to church, their mother this and sister that.
Yes.
I mean,
and that matters.
Yes, because in the street, they not those things.
Bro, growing up, like being Deacon Pete, like I don't even know what Deacon Pete did for work. But Deacon Pete was there to unlock the church. He had reverence as Deacon Pete.
And he might have been a janitor.
He might have been.
Right.
Like,
and there's nothing wrong being a janitor, but I'm just saying, the world treats a janitor this way.
Yeah.
The Deacon Pete.
But Deacon Pete was.
But Deacon Pete was the man at the church I grew up. Deacon is still alive. Deacon Pete's still the man today. Like you can't. If you need the church that I grew up in today unlocked, it's been Deacon Pete for 40 years.
Right.
He's been unlocking the church, and he's still unlocking the church. You ain't trying to give that
Deacon
up.
Pete got him.
Deacon Pete got the key to
Oh, you already know.
He got him. Right now, when they have Bible study tonight, they have it on Tuesday. Deacon Pete is opening up and locking up. Retired, and he's been that guy since he was 30. You know what I'm saying? He's 70-something years old.
All right, so
80 years old.
Let's see how God is present in your life. And awesome.
Here we go. Here we go.
I got it.
Here comes the mess.
Go ahead, though.
I feel like the clarifying statement.
How does the devil show up in your life? Like, are you on OnlyFans? Like, what you got going on?
I'm not.
Yo, this man is sick.
I don't want to hear that married military shit. Like, how does the devil come knock on the door? Hey,
Knock on my door.
listen, we're waiting for you.
I'm not on OnlyFans.
All right.
Crazy.
But
That's
I
right.
will say, I ain't gonna punk. I ain't no liar. We all on Twitter. Right? I don't know if we're all on Twitter, but
We are.
The Twitter porn, do it.
there's some stuff.
Did you say amen?
All I'm saying, man.
Little Twitter
Yo,
porn good for you.
Stop the amen. There's some stuff,
I see
amen.
something, and I got to scroll a little fast. And sometimes my scrolls ain't as fast as they should be.
Sometimes the thumbs don't work the way they used to.
Or get stuck like
Sometimes the devil hold my joints.
We ain't gonna lie. Fat butt is hard to, you know what I'm saying? Fat butt is fat butt.
Yeah.
So I don't subscribe, I don't pay, but I don't always scroll as fast as I should. My scrolls could be faster. Sometimes I'm on it.
Yeah.
But sometimes I'm like,
Sometimes it freezes up a little bit.
Sometimes I freeze
it's the
up.
app.
Little
It's the app.
arthritis.
Yeah.
a little arthritis. You know what I'm saying?
Get thee behind
A
me.
little carpal tunnel.
Right? And listen,
That's
even in my
hilarious.
marriage, like, bro, I tried to be the best husband, but I'm not perfect. right? Best father, I'm not perfect. I make my mistakes too. Like, I'm trying to boast myself to be perfect so that people who watch the pod like, I rock with Kev. But I'm also not going to lie to you. You know
Listen, this is one of the, I got to tell
this
you,
is dope.
this is one of the better conversations
thank
that
you.
we've had.
Yeah.
And we, one of my rules is to never talk about religion.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Church. Yeah.
Same.
Ever.
Nah.
Oh,
Never,
same.
ever.
Very divisive.
Don't play that.
So, to me, to me it is.
Very,
But this was
very up here.
informative, educational. I'm sitting there having a blast.
Yeah,
Me too.
yeah.
I don't think I've ever talked about religion on air before. I'm like you. I don't like to talk. I don't like to interview.
Yo,
It
I
alienates the audience, but this is different.
It alienates because it's like,
We did. up
it's
here
like
before.
separating your blackness from you.
Yeah, we did.
Like, I couldn't separate
I get it.
this, back to the Hulk Hogan thing. Like, sometimes when you're black and you're Christian, it's not one or the other. That is, I am a black Christian. So it's, people get very serious about their stuff, and like, to question that is to question me or my grandma or my mom or how I was raised. And a lot of times people ain't going for that. And I understand that, but I'm not the type of person, and a lot of people are, I question everything. I remember as a kid, I used to get in trouble for asking questions. Because I remember one time when I was a kid, we were not only taught that only Christianity was right, only our type. Like apostolic Christianity.
Yep.
Even the culture people, we were taught they are not saved.
Yep.
And that is like, you talking about
A slither.
interpretation of one scripture, maybe one and a half. I remember when I was like 9 years old, because we were taught Jesus is the only way, and everybody would hear Jesus' name before they died. Like, that's how I was
Which is
taught.
crazy.
And I remember I was like 9 or 10, and I said, so if there's a kid in China who's being taught that Buddhism is right, and Buddhism is the only way, and everybody will hear about Buddhism.
Buddha sent him to hell.
Yeah, if you're not Buddhist, you're going to hell. And I meet him, who's right and who's wrong. And they were like, if you want to go to hell, just say that. Well, that's not an
That's
answer.
not the approach.
That's not an answer.
No.
Should remind me of the South Park skit.
Those are the questions I was asking at 9 or 10 because they didn't make no sense. Because I said to my mom, I'm only in this church because y'all make me come. Like, I didn't choose any of this.
Yeah.
Like, this is
Right.
where you force me
And
to
if y'all were
come.
Muslim or Jewish, I'd be
And if I
doing
was
that.
Muslim or
Yep.
Jewish, and not even when I was studying about Eastern religion, I realized Western religion has a philosophy of one person, one God, one
Right.
prophet. Eastern religion is more about the community, how we approach life, balance, and all that type of stuff. So I was like, so where you're born has a huge part to do with where you're born and when you're born.
Yep.
Well, that's what makes Christianity interesting, because it's called the scandal of particularity. The Christian theologians talk about the idea that Jesus came to a particular people at a particular time in history,
Yeah.
but he's the savior of the whole world.
I ain't gonna lie.
That's a hell of a
Mark
sell.
in that cult.
That's a hell of a
Mark is trying to push his Muslim views.
Yeah, he
out
learned
there.
a lot in the cult.
I'm
He know how to
saying-
put niggas on.
Yes, but I'm saying it's the same issue of Islam. I would say the same thing with Islam. That Muhammad went to a certain people at a certain time, and yet the whole world is supposed to believe that if you were born in New Zealand and never got access to Islam, you're still supposed to be saved by it. Or if I never had access to Judaism, and to me, there's just multiple pathways to making sense of the world.
Right. It really messed me up when I was taking a religion class and I learned that Eastern religion has a totally different. There's not the one person.
Right.
God can be all these different things, but Western religion it can be Jesus, it can be the Prophet Muhammad, it could be Joseph Smith in Mormonism, but usually it's
Dr.
one
York.
person.
Yeah.
Right. It's one and but that's also a very American thing.
Right.
Like you that guy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm
Like,
him. And it traces back to the same story, the story of Horus in Egypt, the story. I mean, it's always the same. The Gilgamesh epics, the Anunnaki, all these people. It's the same story, kind of.
Just retold.
Just retold in different cultures and different traditions, and we all think that we have the market cornered on truth, and that we know the real story, and that our God is the real one, and our Savior is the real one.
Yeah.
And it seems like the only people who don't do that are the people who are ruling the world.
Idris kicking that shit. Go ahead, Idris.
Nah, that boy right there.
Yeah.
That's nice. Go ahead.
We coming home. We
Get
going
his bag.
Get his bag. We home.
I hate y'all. These are unserious people.
You lost me for a second. I was with you until I wasn't with you.
No, I'm just saying every
You lost me and stuff. I was like, bro, I hit the bus.
every culture got the same shit.
Yeah.
You know the Nuwabians?
Huh?
Oh no, I thought you said Nuwabian.
Bro, you were speaking in tongues.
I misheard you.
I'm telling you. He's recruiting right now. I just want you to know.
Do you want to learn the truth, brother? Do you want to learn the truth, brother?
Kev, just say
I can lead you. I can lead you.
Jesus is the only way. Gospel music is
I got it back on his Jesus. That's right.
Jesus, I love you.
I would like to hear more about your book that's coming.
Yeah. Successful Failure is my book. It's my life story told from the point of view of all my failures as opposed to all my success.
Is it your first book?
It's my second book. My first book was with my wife, Marriage Be Hard, New York Times bestseller.
Marriage Be Hard.
Yeah, Marriage Be Hard, that book.
Mandy?
Yeah, but this is my like memoir. But it's really like every L I've taken and how it made me who I am.
That's a dope perspective.
Yeah, because I feel like social media has made us be so highlight driven. Right, we're like, this is the best of me. We watch highlights. We watch sports. LeBron might hit the game-winning shot, but he might not have went 14 for 14.
Yeah, let me know the mess ups.
Yeah, right. So every person has misses, has turnovers and stuff like that. And I think the further into social media we've forgotten that people take L's, and the L's are quiet now. But I'm like, here's how many L's I've taken, because the L's is how I learned to be better. Like, I'm a good businessman now because I was terrible early. Like, my first contract I signed, it was $50,000 for me, Jay, and Ant to split. We did not send one red line back. They sent the contract.
Wow.
We scrolled down to the Schedule
bottom,
A.
Saw the bottom.
We saw that $50,000 and delivering 30 days, brother. No lawyer, didn't even send it to nobody. Like, we just needed that bread because we wanted to move to LA.
Didn't even know what you were signing.
Everybody did that.
I did it before.
Yeah, you just want that bread. I want to get out of Washington.
A couple cast members up here have done that.
Yeah.
I stand in it. I stand in it all.
So because of that, I learned.
Oh, you mean currently?
Yeah. Joe, he has a no red line policy.
Yo, this nigga.
Everything can be red line. And I learned from, nobody even expects you to sign the first deal. They're trying to see what you get away with. They're trying to see if you have a lawyer, if you're serious. But if you don't,
all right, ladies and gentlemen, that's KevOnStage. Whoa, okay, let's simmer it down.
Oh shit, that worked.
But I felt for it multiple times. Right, I really wanted to get that bread. Right, I remember the Playmakers was our YouTube channel. We was killing it, and in the contract it was like, you can't post anymore on your YouTube channel. And I'm like, well, we're not making $50,000 from YouTube. You give me cash? Like, I gotta pay the rent today. So, and I found out other people signed a similar contract, but they redlined that. Like, I'm continuing on my YouTube page, and our channel died as a result of that choice, right? And now I'm like,
you might have lost millions,
easily. And I made the same mistake with my sons. My sons, when they were popping their YouTube channel, I could post them. I literally grabbing a pack of chips at the grocery store, 300, 400,000 views on YouTube because they were just popping. And Austin's TV was like, you can't do that anymore. We're paying you, so you have to do our stuff with them. And I'm like, oh, that makes sense, right? 2 years later, when it was time to re-up that contract, I'm going there to renegotiate for a raise. And my kids were killing at the time. They were Colbert, they doing well. I remember, to your point about my wife, I'm going in there like, babe, we about to go $4,000 a month. $2,000 is not enough. And she was like, you should make sure before you go in there that they have the same value that you think they have. Because what you're valuing, they might not be valuing it.
That's good.
And I was like, girl, this is the views is what the value is. I went into that negotiation, and they were like, your channel's not strong enough anymore. And we need people who have their own channel strength. And I'm like, y'all told us we couldn't do that. And they were like, yeah, be that as it may. And they did not only re-up, no raise, they did not re-sign. So that's 2 times, both those channels died. My son's channel and the Playmakers channel. So when I went to work at All Def, they tried the same thing. My boss was like, hey, if you want this job, you have to stop posting on KevOnStage. And I was like, bro.
Nope.
And I wasn't even making no money. But I'm like, I'm not losing this audience.
I learned.
For the 3rd time. Like, that money can come in. And I also learned that money can come and go, and it's over. Like, they move on. Them companies move on.
Fast. They
don't feel bad about you. They don't
give a fuck.
It's cool until it ain't cool.
They replace you.
It's very much like the NFL. Like, you could be the MVP and you tear your ACL. They might not re-sign you the next time. Like, it don't matter what you did last season. What are you about to do this season? So the only reason I kept KevOnStage is because I was like, I will not take this job. And they were like, you won't take this job? And I was like, I won't take this job. I said I won't post videos at work. I won't use company stuff. But you can't stop me from making a video at home before work or on the weekends. And that's why I'm KevOnStage. But I had to learn that lesson twice.
And more creators need to learn
and
that
more
message.
creators.
Yeah.
So many creators do not realize the power they have. Like, advertisers from the beginning of time are trying to talk to your audience. From radio advertising to TV to late night to the Super Bowl to podcasts. Because I have something to sell. Like, McDonald's makes billions of dollars in revenue every year. Coca-Cola, billions of dollars in revenue. they still buy commercials. McDonald's never stops making commercials. They still got to tell somebody we got the Big Mac, we got this special, we got
Snack
this,
wrap back.
snack wrap back,
McRib.
and you know now the audience is not watching TV as much, right? So how do
So
I?
now what
That's
we
why
gonna-
podcasters and influencers are making money because we used to come home from school and turn the TV on and watch from 3 to 7. So advertisers are like, I need to
That's
talk
the
to
block.
Kev.
I gotta get in
He's
there.
watching ESPN. Now I'm still as much of a sports fan as I've always been, but I can catch the highlights on TikTok, Twitter,
Everywhere.
Bleacher Report. Like my kids have taught me so much about business just by their habits. My son, when the game's over, he doesn't know what channel ESPN's on.
And
he
that-
goes to Bleacher Report or House of Highlights,
And not to
that's
cut
how
you
he
off,
finds it.
and that's what the advertiser's doing.
And that's what the
The
advertiser.
advertiser is just watching your habits. You, as the content creator, are thinking, all right, I'm bringing one person from here to here. That's got to be value in that. But no, they looking at it like that's one person who we're going to study their habits 24/7 and have a lifelong customer to this many businesses.
Yes.
Like we're just not looking at it the same. So you're absolutely right.
Yeah, and that's why, like, when I tour, touring partners are great, but when you tour with a partner, they keep the emails. So after my show, Joe Budden podcast, we coming to New York too. They're like, oh, they watch Joe Budden. They watch Here's the Thing. Oh, snap! This is a lookalike audience. If you're a fan of Joe, you might be a fan of Mark Lamont Hill.
Because we all look alike.
Yeah, to them advertisers. So
Yeah.
when I tour independently, I get all those emails. So now when I say I'm coming to New York, I can email everybody who came to my last New York show. And that's the value that has. But you also take the risk, and the reward of all the pressure and all that type of stuff. But I think even that stuff is valuable. Just emails are valuable because they use emails and they go in your email and say, this is Joe's lotion. This is his toothpaste. Like they sell that data. That's why.
goddamn right.
Yeah, that's why they do it.
everybody's in the data business.
The
Yes.
data game.
Everybody's in the data business.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Somebody told me, I was like, why do they want us to scan these rewards things at 7-Eleven? It's like, because they get your phone number and they follow you throughout the day. They can sell that data to whoever. And I'm like, dang, you think you're getting something. And in some cases you are.
That's why Walmart never accepted Apple Pay.
Really?
They was trying to set their own shit up where they wanted to be able to track you via consumer reward. Rebates and rewards.
Oh,
That's why to this day Walmart they was trying to start their own pay, because Apple wasn't showing all the data off.
It's funny you bring up rebates. I just saw this thing that Marriott, the company, doesn't even own hardly any of their hotels.
I saw that same thing.
The Marriott name is what they're selling.
That's
And
it.
the people own the hotels, but Marriott doesn't even manage them. They pay a royalty to Marriott
Just to use
Just
the
to
name.
use the
just
name.
to use the name and
God.
the rewards thing. And because
that's brilliant.
I'm a Marriott person, so I know if it's a Marriott, I know what a DoubleTree is going to be. I know what a JW is going to be.
It's a black shit.
Marriott for sure. But it's like you think the business is in the land and the business is in the name. Back to the creator thing, like the Marriott name is stronger than the building. And also now they don't have the liability. Like they get to make all that money, but when
just
something
license in the
breaks,
name.
that's
It ain't
your
on, it's
problem.
on you. Yeah, that's
You pay me my money,
That's
but
fire.
I'm not going to Reggie's Hotel Inc.
Nope.
Like I'm going on the Marriott app and saying I got to be in New York. I want to be going to Joe Budden podcast. How far do I want to be? And I'm picking a Marriott based on that. So I think you got to know what business you're in as well.
With that kind of vision and understanding of the industry and the landscape, what do you see as your next venture, the next thing you want to do?
The next thing I want to do is independent movies. I think for me, I've realized I like Patreon. I had an app that failed, and I talk about that a lot. But the app failed because people think of it as a bill. Even if it's just $5.99, times are hard, I ain't got it. Here's something I can get rid of, right? But in the worst of times in American history, for whatever reason, people always want to go to a movie. If you ain't got it like that, sometimes I got to get out of this house, right? I got to watch something. And I think I can sell you on a one-time thing 2 times a year much easier than I can sell you on
Monthly.
buying something monthly. Right now, Patreon, I'm still trying to build it, but for me, there's a stagnation that I can't seem to grow beyond. But I think Sinners, you don't have to know nothing about Michael B. Jordan, Ryan Coogler. You can watch that trailer and be like, I love vampires.
Yeah.
I mean, so Sinners hit me as a black person, Ryan Coogler fan, Michael B. Jordan fan, all that type of stuff. Sinners hit people who just like vampire movies. Sinners hit people who just like horror movies. Sitting there people who just like Ryan Coogler. Sitting there
Just like musicians.
like music.
Yeah.
Ryan Coogler sold that movie to me with the IMAX explanation.
Yeah.
Oh, did he smoke that or
I
what?
said, dog,
he really did.
I
I
never
never heard nothing
understood
like
what IMAX was.
Same.
Like,
Same.
I've never been sold a movie on aspect ratio.
Yeah.
Right? So,
Word.
but my next movie, we were talking about family movies, I might say, okay, I'm going to do a Christmas movie. I can't hit none of the people I just hit for Sinners, but everybody's looking for a Christmas movie. People are over around Thanksgiving, you know what I'm saying? I might be able to sell you on that. You might buy it because you're a KevOnStage fan. You like black culture. You like clean comedy. Like, I feel like I can repeat that as a better business. And now in the content game, you can license things in 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 windows and make money infinitely. And it's also just cheaper to make movies than it is TV. 8 episodes is much more expensive than one 90-minute movie.
How do you feel about Tubi?
Brother, I would love to be on Tubi.
There's money over there.
There's money over there.
There's money there.
I would love to be a part of Tubi.
Is the money in licensing or in original
I
projects
think
for
the
them?
money is in its audience. Tubi is free. There's so many things you will accept if they are free.
Oh yeah.
Now imagine something's free and good. A lot of us grew up similarly. We couldn't afford to watch all the movies in theaters. But when they came to, VCR, we could afford more. But if it was on TV all the time, everybody's seen that movie.
Seen it a million times.
Right?
Yeah.
So if I can get in front of more eyeballs, like the one thing Tyler did that was the best to me, and I don't think he did on purpose, he was bootleg like crazy back in the day.
Yes, he was.
Everybody had Tyler Perry plays.
That's how we had him.
That's how we
Even
got it,
church people. I watched the Tyler Perry first play on a bootleg at my pastor's house.
Me too.
Which is incongruent. You bought a bootleg. You
Right.
stole,
Thou
but
shalt
you
not. Right.
made it okay because you want to see that. But the Tyler Perry's were the Tyler Perry plays were the hottest thing in
They
the
was.
barbershop for years.
The brand
we was
grew.
watching
Yeah.
Everybody was talking about it, and it was all free. He's built this entire career off the back of those bootlegs. Because when he finally came to Washington, I paid $150
To go to the
come
play.
see him because I'd seen 6, 7 bootlegs of his play. Tubi to me is the new bootleg. YouTube, if I watch you for free week after week, week after week, year after year, if you finally try to sell me something, I might watch.
Yeah.
But everybody having access to it, I think, and economic downturn, it's free. But
Yeah.
Tubi isn't nothing but
See, I
right
think-
back to basic TV.
I think that works the opposite way.
How so?
Because fan conditioning, if I've gotten a product for free for so long, I don't want to pay for it. Like,
Oh, yeah.
how dare you now try to charge me? I used to tell, when y'all was rapping, I used to tell Slaughterhouse that. Like, y'all was putting out mixtapes, freestyles, and now the album come. Yeah, diehards might, but everybody else is like, dog, we used to hearing you rap for free.
You're not talking to them no more, though. It's not for them. You have to condition your fan or your audience to do what it is you want them to do.
Yeah.
And in that, you're going to give up free shit.
Yeah.
You're going to give up free shit. Now, if you want to continue to be Mr. Free, then by all means, fuck with those people that are like, hey, I'm not paying. I've been here from day one. But everybody can't go.
Yeah, I think
said
everything there's a strategy to everything, right? Beyonce has a flywheel. That flywheel now includes music that's not free but feels free. Spotify free, Apple Music free. You don't feel like you're paying for her music. And then her Coachella performance is also free. So now when she comes, you like, dang, you really killed that Coachella performance. I might want to see you when you come because I saw you for free, right? So a lot of musicians give away the music to sell the tickets, to sell the merch. Like, there's some give and take. Basketball players, we watch them for free, but I love you now, buy your jersey or go buy your Wheaties or whatever. So
Sneakers or whatever.
you
No,
gotta give away something. You don't
that's-
have to, but giving away something free, a lot of times you can then come and monetize.
That's what Nip,
monetize
rest in
labor.
peace, that's
I
what
was
Nip used
out
to
of
always
town
say.
in Turks when y'all dropped the episode. I waited up as soon as it dropped. I hit it. And I was like, damn, now I see how the fans just feel with this fiend shit. So I watched that episode. Cool. That's Saturday. Monday
New episode.
at 6 a.m. I'm up looking at the time waiting for 8 a.m. for y'all.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, I got that itch. I said, we did some good shit now. I can imagine how they feel. I'm stuck out here with the itch watching niggas that I work with.
1000%. I'm the same.
It's a real thing.
I'm a consumer too.
Yes,
Like, I
yes.
have podcasts that I'm no different than anybody. Everything I'm saying about myself, somebody else
partake in.
It
You
works
part- yeah.
for me. Beyonce, Kendrick, Chance, like, I love you. I'm gonna buy your hoodie. I'm gonna buy your stuff. I'm gonna go see your movie. Like, I watched The Wire for free But then now I'm like a Michael B. Jordan fan forever. Right now I've watched every Michael B. Jordan film since because I liked him in The Wire. Right, so I think, but to your point,
You're right.
Some people will never.
Yeah.
But no business works on what some people will never do. You know what I mean? Like
Peace. Yeah. No.
Listen, I was one of the first niggas to come tell the audience, hey, these shows that you're going to is about to become a luxury ticket item. It's not going to be for everybody. I said podcast. It's not going to be for everybody. It looked like it's free. It's about to be a luxury ticket item. Boy, they kick my back in every time I told them that. But I'm able to think this way. Part of why I pod the way I pod is because I know the consumer I am.
Yes.
So
if you love it, you love it, and you and it's insatiable.
Yeah.
Right. Like low key, I would not have the Here's the Thing podcast that I have that does really well without Patreon, because for us, after the pandemic, the podcasting revenue just dwindled and dwindled and dwindled, and it wasn't making business sense. So I told my Patreon audience, like, yo, if y'all don't like give more, I can't afford to. Like, I couldn't keep a losing business going because I liked it. Like, and I love Angel and love Josh, but I got kids to feed for real. Like, I can't do something that loses money consistently. Right. And if it came down to it, if it was like only Patreon, I would have to do that before I would stop. And if you only survive on the people, but most businesses only artist wise, we survive on our super fans. Like, it's the super Beyonce fans who not everybody might listen to your album or watch you at the Super Bowl, or Beyonce did Netflix Christmas, but her real money is made by making you a super fan from that free thing on Netflix. Now, what is she doing? Announcing a tour.
Yeah.
At that
You're
thing.
gonna pay that high ticket
And we're
for
gonna pay
Cowboy
the
cars no matter what.
Go buy the merch and
I'm gonna buy the merch.
Crazy.
Nigga, Beyonce, she increased the Western wear market in every city she went to.
Yeah.
That's how big. When I was in Atlanta,
it's funny you say that. I was in the mall, and I'm right before the Beyonce show, and the fucking just the regular stores, all the mannequins was cowboy shit.
And the year
And
prior,
I'm like,
it was
what
all
the fuck?
silver stuff. When it was Renaissance,
It
silver
was,
boots.
yeah.
All of
We
them
went to buy a
foil
cowboy
looking
hat
shit,
in Atlanta, and the lady was like, I made my payroll 2 months ago because Beyonce's show was this month. Like, she's like, we've never seen black people who are not cowboys. Like, she was like, it was a Mexican store in a Mexican part of, it was like Buford Highway in Atlanta. This lady was like, I don't know. She didn't know what Beyonce was doing. And like, that's the impact of super fans. Like, my wife had me, man. I had the cowboy hat. She wouldn't let me go with just the hoodie. Like, bro,
No, you got to
go right.
You
Gotta
gotta
go
go
right.
right.
we doing the thing. We making the video. Like, put the hat on and shut
Gotta
up.
do it.
Now I'm going to find the outfit that you wore. I'm going. Now that you said it, I'm going to find.
Bro,
it.
we went to Beyonce 3 times. We went to Beyonce back-to-back days because my wife loved her that much. Her birthday gift, we went to, because she was with a brand on Wednesday in Atlanta, and for her birthday, we brought our family down on Thursday after having seen Beyonce in LA. Like, that's a super fan. And my wife don't feel no way about it. Like, she's like, we should have went to Vegas because she brought out Destiny Child. Like, we should have went to Paris because Jay-Z came out. Like, nigga, these things are crazy. Like, most times that's a one-time thing.
Facts.
But when you're a super fan of somebody, and I'm the same way, like, I support like that for the people I love. It's just weird that I'm that person for somebody else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And even my most diehard fans, nobody buys everything, watches every video, comes to every show, but enough do it that it makes business sense.
There you go.
Well, Kev, I got to tell you, I was a fan of yours just from watching on Instagram from afar. It was like, I'm going to support this guy, but from a distance because he keep dissing us. But now that I've actually met you and you've come here, man.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, nah, for real.
You got
Really,
me, buddy.
really dope, man.
Thank you.
You got me. You
And
have my
bad on
support.
this, man. True apologies.
It's all right. I'm easily misunderstood.
Yeah.
It's
And also,
like-
sometimes I'm just throwing jokes, and sometimes that stuff hits for real. But and I was also wrong, and I'm not afraid to say I was wrong. I misunderstood the pod, y'all, and my audience. I didn't know, but now I know.
But thank you for pointing out the red line and a few other things that we can
You done changed the game for us.
It changed a lot for us, and we appreciate you
The
for that.
rates going up next when the contracts are over.
Not when they over. We get ready to tear them up.
Right. Tear it up.
Work stoppage.
Yo, I know that's a fun narrative on here, but in my line of work, the rates going up is a good thing.
Yeah, could mean business is doing well. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like this is.
I want everybody here to get exactly whatever that mean that that mean that.
That mean 30, 40.
You stood alone on the Forbes article. You were in the group when it was the picture time. He was by himself silhouetted out when it came time to put the
Facts.
Hey, where the co-host at?
Right. Yeah.
Joe by himself when it's time for the money conversation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, go over there. Go over there.
Ladies and
Go
gentlemen,
over there to Times Square and catch the billboards.
Yo, hey, we got a group billboard coming. We got a group billboard coming. Make some noise for KevOnStage. Tell them when the book is coming. Tell them where they can find the podcast. Tell them where they can see the Patreon.
You and Tony Parker are starting.
Tony Baker.
Sorry.
Tony Parker.
Sorry. I always hooping.
Yeah, you all right?
My bad. Tony Parker. My bad.
Tony Baker and I, the Ball Brothers tour starts September 27th, I believe. We're doing 10, 12 markets. We're coming to New York. We're coming to all the major areas, not every city, because we both went on tour this year. So that's late September. The book, Successful Failure, is September 23rd. Churchy is August 21st on BET. The Hospital, I sold 2 shows to BET at the same time. I ain't gonna hold y'all. The Hospital comes out September 10th. I actually made that show myself and licensed it to the. I ain't gonna hold you. Made that show in 3 days and sold it as a TV show, which was like an amazing accomplishment.
Stop playing with
for
him.
me. So
right,
that
now
is
I got
coming out
another
on
show to
BET on
watch up there.
September 10th. So yeah, man, follow me. If you follow me, I'm gonna give you something to watch. The podcast is free. Other stuff you might have to have a subscription. You know what I'm saying? Get that BET Plus. Watch the show, especially the first week. If you only gonna rock with me a little bit, do it that first week. Pay for the first week, man, because that's the numbers that they really.
That's all you need.
That first 7, then 30, 60, and 90. Obviously, we want to keep you for at least 90 days. If you ain't gonna do nothing but the 1 week, watch it the weekend it comes out.
Solid.
Because that gives us the best chance at season 3. And low key, the thing I love about it is I get to employ a lot of people and give a lot of people an opportunity, and that's the main reason. No, like ego. I really like creating opportunities.
That's what
for people.
we do it for.
Yeah, I love for people to get
What'd you
their-
say? Hold on, what'd you say, Joe?
That's really what we do it for.
It ain't the money, it's the opportunities.
Yeah,
That's the real reward, right?
Yeah,
That's the real
to be
reward.
able to help out
Fuck
black
this money.
people.
Forget the
employ
money.
people.
The real reward is.
Come on, there's no better feeling than that.
No better
jets and
feeling.
Only way to
yachts
keep
and
what you
things.
have is by
Yeah,
giving
ain't
it
for
away.
Yeah.
Fuck Turks.
Wait, what'd you say about giving away?
You know what? We just did a great episode today. Again, make some noise for KevOnStage.
Appreciate y'all.
Until next time, y'all hold it down out there. We are gone.